first. Woohoo.
Baki's first. Congratulations on being first, Baki. Thank you for the resub. Get in the pool, Baki.
It has begun.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. You advertised on the other server, but not your own. What? Oh, Oh, yeah. I haven't done that yet. I'm sorry. I'll do that in just a second. I'm still actually preparing for the stream, which is why nobody's talking and greeting you all. Hello, everybody. Hello, Stella. Hello, Sab. Hello, Baki. Hello, Aranis. I said hello to Stella. Hello, Aranis. Hello, Zire. Hello, Tolengard. And nice landing in the pool. Hello, Kava. Hello, Tapachi. Wait, did you mistake Tapachi for MC the other day? Is that what happened? I was driving when you were streaming, so I have no idea. Oh. Stella did land. Everyone get in the pool. Yeah, there's no fishing today because fishing makes too much noise. Let me make sure that I actually ping that I'm live. So, no one else can hear our players at the moment, but they are all laughing at Blacky's misfortune of not landing in the pool. This has now become a bit. So everyone in chat should be aware that Sab wants us all to die. Sab is using their DM die from our 5-year campaign. These dice are notorious for being evil as evil can be. This pair of dice, or this set of dice, has rolled more nat 20s than I have ever seen in my life. Keep in mind, these are perfectly balanced d20s. They just really, really love Sab. But they are very chaotic. They have had many nat 1s on these and also many, many nat 20s. So, pray for us. Yeah, you botched that on purpose just so they wouldn't die. Okay, so story time. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute Discord.
That was the first time
everyone can be heard.
Not reported the rolls correctly, but I showed it to Tay because Tay was sitting next to me at the table.
So we're not actually starting just yet. Giving everyone a few extra minutes to get in here simply because
Alright, it's time to start the session for tonight.
Shut up, Sam. Because I did not ping my server. I did Twitter. And that's as far as I got. I did not take my medicine today. I apologize. I am scatterbrained. I don't have my shit together, okay? And I did remember to put the 18 plus disclaimer on for foul language, so I'm dropping F-bombs and you can't do anything about it.
Your brain done been scrambled.
My brain is done scrambled. But yes, Sab is using their old DM dice from our 5-year campaign, which Baki, myself, and Z-Ray were all in. And the moment that they said that they decided to be evil today and they're using their old dice, we were immediately met with fear. So, Sab, why don't you tell chat what has happened with this set of dice? First time, we finally convinced our buddies to try D&D for the first time ever.
So we brought some friends to try D&D for the very first time. We were playing a low-level campaign.
Polaris.
And they were... I can't remember exactly. It was some sort of crabs they were fighting. And one of them was like, all right, I'm going to take my cat... I'm going to take my Tabaxi, my cat girl. And I'm going to go in. And I think they might have been a monk.
Yes.
Yeah. And they went in. They were like, "Oh, look!" And I was like, "Okay, you didn't quite kill it. It still has 1 health left. Now it gets to attack." And I rolled a nat 20. So, the way that we were doing it was the players, if they did 2 nat 20s, it would be like you could explode with nat 20s. And so the players had done it once already. So I rolled another one and it was a nat 20 again. And I rolled a third time and it was another nat 20. And this was the first and only time I've ever lied to people at the table about what rolled behind the screen. Because I was like, by the rules we established, it should have instantly killed their character.
Like they're no death saving throws. They would have just been annihilated.
Like they would have got like their
Decapitated.
brachial artery snipped by the crab. Just bled out. The one and only time I've had to fudge the dice because I was like, this is not a good way to make somebody want to play D&D again.
You know,
And
it
a
took 3 hours to
crab
make a
murdered
character.
Yeah.
It's good.
Dude, she spent so much time working on her character too, and I was like, oh my god. Oh, she's never gonna want to play again.
And she
The
never
crab,
has.
the
No, she
crab punches
did.
its claw straight through your chest, just like something out of Dragon Ball Z.
Its power level is over 9,000.
They were very not into the idea of playing D&D, but we were like,
Until they
give it
realized
a
it could be
try.
a furry
Give it a
cat.
try, please. Just give it a try. I swear you'll end up liking it. And then famous last words immediately gets freaking.
They have played since then,
Yes, they have.
just not often. That said, welcome everybody. We are here to rejoin our heroes of the evening as they're taking a little break from their jobs. They're taking some. I don't know if they.
No,
I don't know
it's
if they
mandatory
actually-
team building.
I don't know if they
God.
signed this up as a mandatory team building exercise or if they're taking paid time off or not.
We
or
get
if these
paid
are counting
time
as
off.
sick days.
Get PTO.
This is just
Uh,
Saturday.
Wait,
It's possible.
you guys are getting paid?
Ooh. Wait. John, you're the horse person. You're the one with all the money.
Are you now?
I get paid for that?
Oh, God.
Jean, the one in charge of who gets paid, not paying themselves. I will please note, everyone, we have a new giveaway. You can look at the top right of the screen. You can see what the giveaway is, and you can use tickets to purchase your entry to the giveaway. Everyone gets 1 ticket for free by entering. Tay, help me out.
Entering what? Oh, so exclamation point giveaway? You can either go through their website or you can do, I believe it's like tickets, exclamation point tickets, and then your
Yeah.
number that you're buying.
Yeah. So
But
yes,
if you do
what
one, you
Tay
get one for
said.
free.
Thanks, Sab.
You're welcome. That said,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
ticket.
we found ourselves recently in the district of Palakia, up in the mountains, and with the train parked outside, they took the scenic route up the mountain. They enjoyed a little bit of the festival in River Break City, but it was already late in the evening and they wanted to get a move on, so they all took the hike up here to Defender's Lake. It is a hot springs place that has been run for generations and generations by the same family, who happens to be one of Jolene's old flames family, and they happen to have a room ready for them. The lake itself is fed by underground springs and is always steamy and lovely, and the water is beautifully reflective, and there's a massive metallic monstrosity of a figure that has lain dormant, possibly dead, in Defender's Lake since as long as recorded history goes back. There are even paintings and things of this creature, of this, well, it might not be a creature, of this construct, whatever you want to call it, that predate any written records of this area that have been found scrawled into the mountainside and carved and chiseled out and such. That all being said, it's time for a little rest and relaxation. You have been informed about the festival that's going on in town in River Break City, and you've also been informed that some bad things had happened up at the Adercast Chapel that is at the highest buildable, like, flat area of the mountain that's further up if you wanted to head that way. And there's been some disturbances. You got mistaken as possibly being archaeologists attached to that or security detail after a group of giants who trace some of their lineage to the Goliaths or vice versa had tried to get people off of their sacred mountain, as they call it, even though the Goliaths say that that's literally the first time they've ever started talking about it being a sacred mountain, so they probably just wanted to take their stuff and are trying to find an excuse. That said, it is entirely up to you all what you choose to do, as this lovely moonlit evening with bats swooping around, swiping insects out of the air, the fresh smell of this beautiful hot spring water. This is one that's fed from thermal activity underground, not a sulfurous hot spring, so you don't have the overwhelming scent, but it's more of a almost like a slight scent of spice that accompanies the heat pouring off of the water as you're here and combats the slight chill of the mountain air as it breezes past. It's not very busy up here. The festival has drawn most of the usual crowd down there. As you approached, you saw, Jolene, that the usual lights are on that basically mean, we're still awake, we're welcoming people in, and you can see that there is a fire flickering through the windows of the kitchen, and you can smell some of the basic but rustic comfort food that you're used to. Lots of stews, roast meats, and things are the typical fare here. A lot of broiled and boiled vegetables and things. This is not the stuff that people were selling in the stalls. This is not the typical, like, oh, if you go here, you got it. This is just home cooking. That all being said, you don't see any sign of anybody right this moment who is out and about. So what would you all like to do?
I'm a little stunned at the whoopsie daisy that happened in chat.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Wait, what?
That's just
Okay,
Stella
so
living their life.
So Sab, you were awarded a DM advantage from Alaris a few minutes ago. I'm not sure if you had received that. And Stella had received a player advantage from Alaris, celebrating their return to streaming.
I'll mark it. Thank you.
Hooray.
Stella, that being said, it is possible to close the giveaway, refund it, and restart it if I need to. But if
okay.
you really like the idea of these very pretty star-faceted dice or the vial of d20s,
I mean, I
we
do
can
like
leave
stars.
it as is. Okay.
Stella liking stars? What?
I know,
Whoa.
unthinkable.
Sam, I have to ask:
I do love the springs
By all
being
means.
covered in stars.
is this the kind of place that has the home baked like brown bread with like the thick butter you just slather on there?
Oh yeah, they have full on like just blocks
yeah,
of like
fantasy
honey
bread.
butter they make here.
Woo!
Big brown bread. This place They do have like the giant stone and brick bakery ovens here and stuff. It's one of these places that if you stay here like for the bed and breakfast stuff, there's not a menu. You just say, this is what I want, or you say, cook me what you think is best. And they'll cook anything if they have the ingredients for it.
All right, I'm knocking on the door. Bop, 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 bop.
So this is this is a multi-story little building right here. It's about 3 stories. The lowermost one, also has the cellar that goes down to like the indoor hot springs, and the main floor is where the kitchen is. You knock on the door several times, and there's some motion like across one of the windows on the second floor, and you also know that this is where the family actually lives. The other house is basically where they rent out the rooms and all that stuff. So you knock on the door. It takes a few moments. You hear like the groaning of the steps in this area and everything else, and door swings open, and a older Goliath gentleman with a short but very fluffy sort of like red and white beard with red and white hair. The shining luster that your hair has faded from this person's hair, and it's more of like a dull, unpolished ruby, unlike the shimmering nature of your hair. So as he looks over to you, he goes, "Well, I didn't rightly expect to see you in these parts again. It's been a while. How you doing, Jolene?"
Well, it's been quite a while. Came up for a little R&R if you got some laying around for us to pick up.
"Oh, you're always welcome here." It looks over, sees Jules, Jean, and Juke, and says,
Hi.
"Of course, Jolene, you can, our daughter's staying down at in the city for the festival, so, she's always said you're welcome to use her rooms, so you can stay in there, but for your friends," he paused for a moment, calls up and goes, "Honey, do we have any of the room spare?" And you hear another voice call down and go, Oh yes, dear, of course we do. Our visitors who were here for the festival left this morning. They said they were going to spend the rest of their stay down there." And he looks over and says, "You know what? Y'all are all welcome to stay, free of charge. Happy to have you." And he holds out his hand towards Jean because you're the closest as he steps out onto the porch. This is a very, very big guy even for a Goliath. He is just over 10 feet tall. So he sort of kneels down a little bit to shake your hand.
John would
How
very
do you
just
get through a damn
enthusiastically.
door?
Oh, the doors are. He had to, even though the doors are like 9 feet tall, he still had
He
to
still
duck.
had a
on
duck, yeah. Jack
John
but
very
for Goliath.
enthusiastically shake his hand.
He
Pleased to meet you, sir.
He shakes your hand. It's firm, but not like he doesn't squeeze your hand or anything.
Right.
And he says, "You can call me Guthrie.
Guthrie.
What's your name?"
Well, I'm Jean, and I will let my compatriots introduce themselves. We're traveling friends and coworkers of dear Jolene.
Now,
Yeah.
Juke and Jolene, have you come back together since y'all have been hanging out? Would Guthrie recognize Juke?
Probably.
Yeah, because I've obviously recognized some of the people here
Yeah.
before.
So he looks over and goes, "Oh, well, this this little lady here doesn't need to introduce herself. Juke, I don't know how you do it with that hair. If I let this beard grow any longer than this, it just becomes one big tangle.
Lots of work.
He smiles over, looks over to Jules and says, "Well, I don't think I've met your acquaintance. How are you?" And he steps over and holds his hand out for you.
She'll put out like both hands. Because he's humongous.
When you do that, he leans all like you put one hand on either side of his hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
He leans down and kisses the back of one of your hands.
Oh,
Oh.
proper gentleman.
And he says, "Well, if there's one thing we try to teach these rapscallions," he says as he steps back and puts a hand on Jolene's shoulder, he goes, "it's proper manners." And, he smirks as he looks at Jolene. "Maybe we don't always hit the mark, though."
Oh, don't be mean to her.
She
She's been nothing
like,
but a perfect gentlewoman to me.
smiles real big and like her eyes scream like, "Help me."
And she goes, come on, if y'all eating? Y'all had
Well,
dinner yet?"
Did we?
Fair food, but no real like substantial meal.
Oh, we need to get you some good food then.
Oh, you're
Oh,
gonna
he
pop.
calls-
You're gonna pop.
Oh
He
no!
calls inside and he goes, "Sweetie, what do we have?" And she goes, "Already in the kitchen, dear." And
God.
so he gestures for you all to come inside for a moment into the
Oh.
kitchen area.
Y'all is not
one
gonna
sec.
survive.
Can I need to tell everyone something real quick. You
Oh,
mind,
by
Guthrie?
all means, no rush. And he steps inside and closes the door to give you your
I'll
privacy.
huddle everybody
Mm-hmm.
and be like, guys, you have to literally eat everything, okay?
Wait, what?
I'll do my best, but whatever they cook, we have to eat, all right?
Is that a social custom here?
Yes. Otherwise, they're gonna talk shit about us, and it's gonna drive me crazy.
Wait, whoa, hold up. I missed what was said. I'm sorry for repeat. Can you repeat that?
We have to eat everything they make.
Oh, yes. Like you don't have to finish it, but you have to eat some
Oh.
of everything.
No,
Okay.
no.
Wait.
We have to eat everything. All of it.
Ah, shoot, you're right.
This is a clean plate household.
Jean will not survive.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're gonna think I'm skinny and start talking shit about me. And pinch my cheeks and stuff, but I don't want that to happen.
Oh,
Oh, you're the cutest little thing, Jolene. You ain't
I'm
grown a
fucking
bit
8
since
foot
we seen
tall
you
and
last.
375 pounds.
I will say Guthrie is unusually huge.
It's all that good mountain air and spring water.
Yep.
Get some all those vitamins and
Get
minerals.
ready to
and
run it off.
Okay, so
ore
guys,
and
Oh,
try your best, okay?
Sab, I was gifted a special skill usage from Doki. Please
Thank you,
document
thank you.
it. Thank you,
wait,
Doki.
so can it be like a collaborative effort? Like, can you help me, or
If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ask, if you ask for a plate, you got to clean your plate.
Yeah, and but you can also, if I notice you struggling, I'll be like, "Oh, that looks good," and I'll get like a fork of it, okay?
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, it's
Dead
potluck
facing-
style.
the
Guys.
deadliest encounter in the game so far, and it's dinner
Yeah.
with the Goliaths.
Guys, the heat death of the universe has nothing fucking to do with this shit. All right, this is the real CR30.
The real campaign.
Jean's getting himself psyched up. Like, okay. I shouldn't have had that chocolate pie.
You
Oh,
do the,
I'll wipe-
you do the like shake your hands.
I'll wipe some more chocolate pie that Jean missed on his face. Like,
Oh,
God,
thank you.
you gotta be
Thank you.
careful. They wait for that and they pounce on it.
Wait. It's like dinner now. Like, do they need some time to prepare? Should we go for a swim? Work up an appetite.
Isn't it like
I don't
pitch
know.
black outside except for the stars and moon?
Yeah,
That's like
but
the
the
perfect
moon
weather for
is
swimming.
The
the
moon's
moon
so
is
bright.
so bright that it like you can see because you're not in like a shadowed area.
Well,
So
we'll see
it's-
if they need time or not.
It's
Okay.
dark, but if you've ever been out on like a full moon night or something, it's about that level of bright. If there's nothing above you, it's pretty visible.
Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. The best part in the lake is the defender's crotch. Oh, yeah, you guys are gonna love it.
What?
It's the
Without further
hangout.
without further explanation, she's just gonna go inside the house.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Hey y'all!
You
All
step
right.
in.
Did she say crotch?
Guthrie turns over and goes, "Oh, Jolene, it's good to have you back. Are you staying long, dear?"
Well, we're only in town for like I said, R&R. We got to get back to the grind.
You know that offer of working here is always on the table, right, Jolene?
Oh yeah, I know, and thank you so much for it. Always good to have something, some good folk to fall back on. But I'm doing
Alright.
pretty good right now. How are y'all doing? Is the business holding up?
His wife is not nearly as tall as he is. But his wife is bigger in every other aspect than he is. She is a mountain of a woman.
And her name's Bear.
Yeah. You don't know what her actual name is, but Bear is the thing she is called by Guthrie the most often. And her daughter always called her Mama Bear. That was the
Aw.
only thing you ever heard her referred to as by her daughter.
I'm gonna give her a big old hug. Mama Bear,
You-
so long since I seen you.
I will say your arms do not get around her.
Well,
Like she is a just brick house of a woman.
It's a brick house.
House.
is she letting it all hang out?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we talking like large, like deep fried Southern Ma who's got like the
Yes.
apron on? Okay, gotcha.
But she's also like she's very strong. She's not like I lay around the house all day and I'm big. I'm big because I eat all the time while I do everything around the house. That's not Guthrie's job.
I forget. Is this a relation or is this a just
They
family
are-
friend, close family friend?
They are
Uh,
the family of one of Jolene's old girlfriends.
That's right. Okay.
yeah. We've
But-
banged in every room of this house.
That table, don't touch it. What?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
table where they're plating the food right now.
Maybe that's an inside thought.
Yes.
Oh, so do y'all want normal portions, or you said you had some of the fair food?
Yeah, something,
No.
you know, these are small folk, you guys know, so y'all can go easy on them.
Oh
that'd be
yeah,
great.
we know.
Okay, I have a problem.
It's the no
Because-
thank you helping.
Because Jean is so polite and does
Can't
not
turn it
want
down.
to offend anyone. This is going to be a vicious cycle of them offering Jean things, and he doesn't want to offend a host because he's a guest in their house, and that's how he was raised. They are going to
Oh.
kill Jean with food.
No
All
offense
right,
to
so
you,
we'll
Sean. Goodbye.
We'll save you.
we'll start y'all off with some bread loaves. I think
Loaves?
two loaves should be good for the four.
Plural?
of ya.
Yes. It's a half a loaf for each of
And
us.
couple of bowls of stew each, and
A couple?
then you'll be
Whoa.
ready. Then you'll be ready for your real food. All right. Do y'all want to just head on down to the the relaxation area, the sauna part of the downstairs, and hang out there? Or would you like to relax in the study, or would you like to dine outside?
Outside.
Outside will be lovely. Look at
It
the
is very
stars.
nice outside.
Look at the stars.
Well, you just wait here, and I'll go ahead and I'll set you up a table. And Guthrie bends over, goes out the deck back here, and goes, "Oh, when you're coming across, mind the bridge. It's a little wore down. I gotta fix some of the masonry.
Trolls.
Last
again.
hard freeze broke some of it."
Gotta
Yes,
watch
leave the
out for
door
them
open.
frost heaves.
Mama Bear looks over and says, "Oh, aren't you the most precious thing? Look at you!" And looking at Jean, and goes, "Come here, dear." What?
Uh-oh, she's got you.
She
Oh, no.
she like grabs you by the ears.
Jean just freezes.
She's like looking at you, and she goes, "Oh, you're just a little slip of a thing, dear. We've got to feed you."
Oh
She
no.
goes back over to the stew.
He
She
already ate. He
immediately-
already ate. He already ate some.
She immediately gets you a bowl of stew and just puts it in your hand. The spoon is a ladle.
Yes.
Good luck there, bud.
John just carrying the bowl, just very gently wandering across the bridge, not spilling any of it.
I was waiting for him to spill it behind his face again, like that cat.
Do I go through the next door, or do I knock? I've got a bowl in my hands. Help!
Oh, yeah, we'll go set out the front side. Just go on. I'll go through. I'll give her I give Mama Bear like a little kiss on the protted cheek. If I can't reach her,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll be outside. Thank you. And I'll just head off.
I'm like kind of watching Jean struggle with the door.
This bowl is so big.
You got it, Jean.
This is the.
Just
He's like trying to put it in the
balance.
crook of his arm. He's got his shield on his back.
Jean, you'll never be a tavern wench at this rate. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Well, you need to poke your chest and your butt out a little bit. You ain't gonna get no tips walking like that. And I'll smack him on the butt
Oh
and
no!
then go through the door.
Do I hold on to the soup?
That's up to you. Do you think you would, or do you think you need to make a check?
How full would she have filled the bowl?
How full
that
do you
even a
think it's
question?
full? Yeah.
That's gonna be a check. All right. What would this be considered?
It's literally only surface tension holding it together.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's actually, like,
Dexterity
bulging
saving
upward
throw 15.
slightly.
That is a 15 plus 4.
All right,
you're
you
fine.
managed to just do it.
Ooh.
The
He's like
last
holding the
second
bowl
save.
out over open water. Very gently brings back in.
What kind of stew is that?
Mama Bear
It
stew.
is some form of like meat and dumpling and cheese stew.
God.
Ooh, too heavy.
The potatoes aren't even cut. It's just whole
Oh,
potatoes.
potatoes.
Oh my
Gosh,
God.
Dang it! You gotta cut them with your spoon.
But the spoon just goes right through him.
Yeah.
Did
Spoon's
anyone
also slab
did anyone
size.
buy some magic tums back in town?
I got
That's
some
a
chalk.
thing.
Just eat chalk. It'll turn out all right.
That all we have.
Just eat chalk.
It is a good thing Jean is not lactose intolerant.
You hope.
He's just
I love that
Oh, I
there's
guess
one bigger chair.
Of course. Oh, there's a
Oh.
bench for Juke.
Yes.
Oh.
well, me being under the
I'll fix
table,
it.
I'm used to being there.
Wait,
That's her
what?
head.
Get on the fucking chair.
Well, I got a map layer.
Well, there we go.
And
Sure is nice
Guthrie,
out
like,
here.
this is a big stone table and there's stone chairs, and then there's the padded bench for Juke.
Ah,
He probably
good
lifted
old,
this table with one hand.
good
Yeah.
old limestone.
Y'all were transiting, so you didn't see it. But
Jeez.
Guthrie goes, "All right, let me go ahead and make sure the beds and stuff are made as well. I'll handle that. Sweetie Bear will keep y'all sorted out. But
Thank you,
enjoy it. If
Guthrie.
you want us, just holler. We'll be here quick as a jiff. But if not, enjoy your meal." And heads back
Thank you.
inside.
Where's Elsby?
I can't
Chillin'.
move them.
You can't move Owlsby. You
he's-
don't have the
okay.
power.
Stuck.
Did I not
have
give you
power.
control?
I don't have control over my own owl, which honestly probably is a good thing.
There you go.
There he
you
is.
He had the will
How's
of his
he?
own.
Alsby flutters over and lands on the table. I'll give him a little pat.
Do we just start?
I mean,
We gotta
did food
wait.
yet?
Well, you got to start eating
Oh
your food,
God,
son.
there it is.
She
That's your
comes
appetizer.
over and she has a tray that's about 60% the size of the table.
Mhm.
It has
Trace
what can
flag.
only be the only thing on the tray right now is 4 enormous glasses that are like basically like a liter size of a glass, and they're all
It's a stein.
full. Yeah, it's bigger than a typical stein even.
God.
You need to
They-
two-hand that cup.
She sets it down, and each of them are filled with sweet tea.
Oh no.
Ooh.
If I like tip it a little bit, does it have a viscous character like honey?
No, but you can see there's some undissolved sugar at the bottom.
Oh boy.
Criminy.
And she looks to you and she goes, all right, sorry. All right, so, I'll bring out the bread next, along with some stew for the rest of you. What else would you like? Who wants the full course?
We all look
Well.
at each other.
I don't have to ask you, darling, she says to Jolene.
Oh yeah. and Johnny's like, oh shit.
It might be a bit much for me, but can I split it with someone?
She looks at you for a moment, as if nobody has ever asked this question before.
What is a
Jolene covers her face
to-go
like,
box?
Oh shit.
She goes,
Oh no.
well,
Get right the fuck out of here with that.
I suppose that would be all right.
Who's gonna split with you, Jean?
he needs the kid's plate.
Oh, all right. Yes, you are quite a little thing, aren't you? Yeah, we could do that.
Wait,
He's
what?
our short king, so we take care of him around here.
Okay, we'll get you one. We'll get you a little plate.
I
You're
swear.
You know that
welcome.
little guy?
If she comes out with like a little paper crown and puts it on John's head,
Some crayons and
She
like a
wouldn't
little
be
tic-tac-toe.
she wouldn't be condescending to you like that. Like that's over the line.
well, when they said short king, my first thought was like Burger King or like a Happy Meal or something. This is a quality establishment.
We have McDonald's at home, Sean.
Juke, I forget, dear. Are you? I know some of your folk don't eat meat. Are you still? Are you doing that or?
Light on the meat. I'll eat some meat. Just
Okay,
not full course meat.
okay. So you don't want the pork plate. Got it. And how about yourself? She says to Jules.
Fish, if you have it.
Oh, it. She looks over and goes, Guthrie! Pokes his head out.
Prepare yourself for the
Poses out.
largest fish you've ever
Yes,
seen.
sweetie, what can I do for you, sweetie? Oh, do you still have any of that fish you caught this morning? Oh, let me check. Just a moment, dear. And she takes out these giant cloth napkins that are basically towels and hands one to each of you.
Oh boy.
And goes, also, we got in something from the last time we had some dwarves come through. Would you like to try some barbecue?
Ooh, that sounds exotic.
It is.
Why not?
All right, perfect. He comes out and goes, would you prefer trout, salmon, or catfish?
Never had before.
You cut out a bit. What was that?
Oh, I said I've never had catfish before.
All right, so you want that deep fried, lightly fried, or do you want it grilled?
Oh, I trust you.
You got it. Heads back inside, and Mama Bear looks to each of you and goes, all right, I'll be right back with the bread and such. You just holler if you need us. And she heads over.
Thank you. Okay, guys with the sweet tea, you're gonna find out if you have a cavity or not, alright?
Oh my god.
John's gonna be wired on sugar.
He's still
John's taking
hooked
like
up on
one.
the pie.
One sip, eyes dilate.
Oh, it's like Philip. Oh, what is it? Philip J. Fry from Futurama after the coffee.
You just call him
they-
Philip J. Fry?
Yeah, that's his
Wow.
whole damn name. We were
I know,
talking
but
about
what a-
Futurama the other day.
So they start bringing out food. It takes a few minutes. The bread is out almost instantly. She comes right back with 2 loaves of bread, each about the size of like a normal dinner plate, and it would fill the entire size of a regular sized dinner plate.
I
Each
could make a
loaf.
Jean sandwich with this.
You could, and
Well,
and
the
literally
night is young.
literally like a log of honey butter.
Oh my god.
Like the size, it's a chunk of butter
Yes.
like you would throw in a fire if it were a piece of wood.
God. Is there like a cleaver to spread on the bread?
It is a full-on like tree saw almost to cut the bread.
Jules is gonna
Yes.
point at the butter and be like, "Do we have to finish that too?"
No.
Jolene, no, but I will.
I don't know. I'm in my 30s, so I need to be careful with this sort of thing.
That said, your food comes out. Jean, you basically get a bunch of small plates, but they just don't stop coming. You get some of everything. Like any one of these plates would be a good-sized appetizer at like a normal tavern you've been to. But you're on like your 7th plate of that size as everyone else gets their entrees. Whoever said they wanted barbecue, it's literally an entire chicken just slathered in barbecue sauce.
Oh, I thought they were going to bring
Cooked
out
up.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, you get the sauce, but there's an entire barbecue chicken. There is a mountainous plate of pulled pork. They bring out your fish, and your fish has actually been double fried. Jules, you have a side of gravy with it.
Korean style, I see.
You have a side of gravy with it and a side of a like spicy mountain vegetable like sort of mix that has a thin but very aromatic fragrant sauce to it. And you can like if you get too close to it, your eyes water just from the like vapors coming off of it.
Oof.
And Jolene, of course, you get stew, you get pudding, you get fried pork, you get fried steak as well, and Juke. They come out with just to call it a salad is wrong because this is a garden.
Ooh, does it have
It's-
grilled chicken?
It's like a full-sized wok bowl
Yes.
filled bottom to overflowing with salad, with bits of crispy fried chicken throughout, and they just give you an entire different bowl of some sort of creamy dressing to go with it.
Yes.
And they also bring out 2 pitchers of refill sweet tea and leave them at the table
Criminy, we don't need that much.
They,
and
they
head
don't,
back inside.
they don't give you a pouring boat of the sauce. They give you the whole fleet.
Yep.
Fantasy Ranch. Jules, on the other thing that comes with your fish is you have just a small, almost like a dipping bowl of this really, it's not super ground up. It's like flakes and chunks of some sort of fancy rock salt that you can use as well.
She, like picks up an entire piece of salt the size of her finger.
Yeah, like they're sizable chunks, but they're for however you wish to use it.
Like a pencil.
Yeah.
They head back inside and they say, "It's getting," and Guthrie says, "It's getting a little late, and I think the missus and I are gonna head to bed. But we'll go ahead and leave all the doors except for our room's locked, and Jolene knows how to get our attention if need be. There's a bell pull in the guest house, and they head up. And as you're eating your meal, you see that they are not like the lights turn off in their bedroom on the top floor of the smaller building. But you hear some noises at some point, and Jolene and Jules can see as you look over that they're actually just sitting up on. They have like gotten up on the roof of that building. There's like a small little patio, and they're just sort of in rocking chairs next to each other, just slowly rocking back and forth and looking up at the stars.
Aww.
Fucking pathetic.
What a hater.
Look at this
Yeah, they
happily married couple.
Okay. Now that we have our food and everything, Jolene, I have to ask, why did you leave? They seem super nice.
Jolene, like, mid-bite, kind of stops. And
I mean,
says
like, yeah, I know everyone in town was mean to you, but it's not like you have any of that up here, right?
Well, you don't... Well, and honestly, this is kind of like a retreat. I'm not from here. I'm just from the area. This ain't my hometown or anything like that. This place is definitely more, gentrified, I guess, in a way.
Oh, like Atlanta.
Yes. It just slowly creeps out every couple of boroughs. No, but in other places, it's, it's good to visit, but when you're from, I guess the saying is the wrong side of the tracks, people really think less of you because of who your parents are.
Who were your parents?
A bunch of nobodies.
That seems like a bad reason to think less of someone.
Yeah, well, normally in our society, you've got to be great at something. And my parents were not great at anything.
Oh.
Well, they had to
Hated
be
for
great
being
at
mid?
something.
My parents, I believe, were less than mid.
Oh.
They had to be great at something, because they gave the world you. You exist. You're pretty great.
Jolene, like, looks to Jean, and she has a literal tear roll down her face right there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make anyone cry. I was just. I mean,
Now, honey, I'm so enraged right now. No, she'll reach over and, like, pat him on the shoulder and be like, I know you really meant that, and thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it would have sounded pretty cringy coming from anyone but him.
Well, and honestly, yeah, that's actually what my folks used to say all the time. The only thing they ever made good was me. And, well, I guess I try to prove them wrong a lot by being a little shit and, you know, how you are with your parents.
No.
Well, you know, you live in a little rinky-dink town and you want to go out into non-rinky-dink world, and if you leave, people get upset. Oh, well, you're going to leave us, and most of the people here, well, and especially my hometown, well, it's not even a town I'm from, it's more a camp, but they, anyone that leaves just kind of gets ostracized from the community. The way they look at me isn't because of the way I dress or the way I act or anything like that. It's because I had the nuts to leave when I was young. But you know.
If you could go back, say, and make that choice again, would you still leave?
Oh, of course.
Well then, and John will like slam the tankard down the table. Well then, who cares what they think? Because that's your choice to make.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I don't care what they think. That's why I left. But yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter how they look at you when you come back, because you're You're Jolene. You're gonna
You're right.
grab the world by the spell book, and I don't know where this metaphor was going, but
Yeah,
Beat
I don't
him
know
over the
either.
head with
But
it.
I kind of want to know.
I
You're gonna-
I appreciate the reach. That's fine.
but did you want
Sweet
to come
tea
back?
got him riled up.
Yep.
That's all it
But-
takes.
But did you want to come back?
Well, no, everyone really disliked my parents and me because, well, my parents weren't skilled, so we couldn't have anything at the market, and unless you're from some family or you know somebody or something, you can't get an apprenticeship.
But there have been people that have been happy to see you.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people. It's just like the old stogies, the old fogies that kind of walk around. These guys are all right because they actually know me. But if you only have heard about me, you're like, oh, that's the one that left. Like, did you hear about her parents?
Well, then
Yada,
if they don't
yada,
know
yada.
you, then they're missing out. Because I'm happy
Well-
to know you, Jolene.
She does the like, puts hand like over her chest. Is like, Jean, I don't know what you're playing at, but you're working the way to my bed tonight if you keep talking like that.
Wait,
Is he
wait,
making
is
you feel emotional, Jolene?
is-
Do you not
is-
like
is there
that?
only-
No.
there only one bed here? Do we have to share a bed?
Oh, honey, you are.
Jolene, he
There
doesn't
There
get it.
goes.
Wow. Jean, I hope you never change, bud.
I hope so too? Question mark?
Okay.
I'll give him a swift pat on the back, like where he starts choking a little.
Oh, sweet tea went down wrong. I can feel
It
my lungs
always does.
crystallizing.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with that.
Got the old sugar lung.
But tomorrow we'll go out and see. I could just prove it to you. Well, I need to go visit my parents' gravesite, and then I think y'all will understand everything.
The people
Is there
out there
anything-
are shit. We'll just put it that way.
Is
People
there
here
anything
seem
you
pretty
need?
nice, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, why would Jolene want to show you guys the shit people?
Well, I just mean it's nice to have at least someone who's nice to you.
Yeah. Well, I did have like a mentor, but she wasn't a Goliath. She was just like a crazy mountain witch. It's your like
Funny.
air quotes crazy mountain witch.
That sounds
Is she
awesome.
magic?
Well, yeah, she taught me how to be a wizard originally. That's where I got my. She like pats her spell book. I guess her older spell book.
Yeah, I was gonna say what? Got a different spell book now.
Yeah, this was hers.
Oh. Jean has been slipping thick pieces of bread to Owlsby the entire time, by the way.
Oh God!
Husby loves it.
Oh God!
I'll see me
He's a-
first.
Oh wait,
He's a
that's
fae,
rice.
so he can
That's
eat
rice.
forever.
Never mind. Okay.
He
I
doesn't
don't
have
think
words.
bread does it. Yeah, I don't think bread does that.
Don't give him seltzer water. Meanwhile, he's just doing tricks on his skateboard around the table for Gil. I mean,
Sick.
Gold.
You didn't even play the Final Fantasy role-playing game with us.
Well, enough about me and how terrible Goliath community is.
Something was.
Owlsby
Binged.
eats too much bread, goes from tiny to small.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I noticed
oh, man,
that
now
he
he's
suddenly
hard
got
to hit.
wider. Gadgets
It's
on
a-
my desk.
That boy
It's just
loves
a-
bread.
Owlsby has become orb.
Yep.
Corpseby.
Like owls are already like that. He's just become infinitely more like that.
Just kind of roll him around the table.
He like hops off the table to spit up an owl pellet to make room for
Oh.
more bread.
It's just
Hmm.
bones. Owlsby does love bones. Don't you, boy?
Eat the bones?
Typically.
Oh,
So you guys all have
We're gonna.
so much food. still
Oh
on the
my
table.
god.
There's just so much food.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Go on without me.
Why did you ask for the barbecue, Sean? Why'd you do that?
Because she said dwarven barbecue, and that sounds amazing. I
We
didn't
had
realize it would be
like a week
swimming in
ago.
sauce. It's. Did you see their kitchen? How could you say no?
Silly?
He's right. He's right.
Just eat it for breakfast. I'll never know.
You're gonna wake up in the morning. Jean's still gonna be out here eating.
Eating chicken.
One more bite.
Just
I'll go to
With
bed.
like dried tear tracks down his face.
I just said
So-
I'd eat it.
So, are you all going to enjoy the hot springs tonight? Are you going to hit up the sauna? Are you going to swim in the lake? Or do you want to just head to bed?
All right, guys. All right, now we need to talk about something here. We're at a hot spring. There's a lake, and there's also like a little extra sauna they get built in downstairs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are we talking? How's everyone okay with nudity?
New to what?
Looks to John.
Well, now, at the monastery, Sister Marilyn did say not to go into the water until at least an hour after you've eaten.
That is an old wives' tale.
Yeah, you tell those wives to shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what they're talking about. That's also not a... You don't really swim. Well, I mean, maybe you shouldn't go in the lake because you might be less buoyant than normal.
Yeah.
Someone just sink to the bottom. Well,
But what do you say? We pop down to the hot spring part, right? We can go
Uh-huh.
for a swim because it's cooler than the hot spring to kind of refresh.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable with my brazen nudity. She looks to Jean.
why do you keep looking at me like that?
Because I'm the only one that thinks... I think you're the only one that may not want to get in the nude. Typically, you have a towel that we call a junk towel that you use to cover your junk.
That's the
Junk towel?
scientific term, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, but I have a swimming suit. Do we not wear swimsuits?
Well, is that what you're comfortable with?
You see John kind of like look and start thinking like, maybe.
All right, well, yeah, why don't you go ahead and wear your swimsuit? Are you okay with me being naked, or would you rather I wear a swimsuit as well?
I mean, I've read about things.
About what happens under clothes?
Just bring the modesty towel. You'll be fine.
Wait.
The what?
The modesty towel, the junk
we
towel.
we are
Oh, the junk
visiting.
towel.
We're visiting this location because you want to relax, and I would not want to do anything untoward that makes you not have a relaxing time. So please go right ahead.
Embrace culture.
Yeah, I
With-
feel like
with-
Jolene's swimsuit would be more scandalous than her just being naked.
Well,
I was
it's-
thinking it would probably be toned down for this because she doesn't want to mess with Jean too much. But I was just thinking like micro gold bikini.
it lifts and supports.
Well, not really. It's just string with a little patch.
It doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't do any of that. You're thinking of a push-up bra.
Well,
It's
and-
entirely ornamental.
If the need arises, I will avert my eyes if that would make you feel better.
Have you taken vows as like celibacy?
No, I wasn't like ordained as a part of the order or anything. So
Whew.
You
technically,
heard
no.
it here. John is single and ready to mingle.
DT, well, maybe not
no.
DTF quite yet, but we'll get him there.
Oh no! Why?
That's good to know. Jolene, where's the hot spring?
Pet ham.
It's over here. And I'll
So,
point where it is.
There's
Because I know.
basically the entire lake is sort of the hot springs, but it's not as concentrated. They have like some indoor areas where they basically pipe it in directly, and they're all like underneath because that's also what heats the entire house as well. So you head inside, and there's basically like a little area that you can. You don't head inside up here. You go out around to down here. You enter right here, and that takes you in the lower portion of this house, and that's where all the stuff is. That they have the multiple different types of baths. They have the huge bath that's almost the size of the house, and it goes like down under this area you've been dining at. Like the stone underneath your feet is surprisingly warm considering the chill of the night air, but it's all because that's how they heat the house in the winter. But yeah, it's easy enough to go inside if you want slightly more privacy and you want like the super hot springs where it's directly from there, constantly cycling in and out. Whereas the lake itself is more of like a heated pool almost. And then there are also Jolene knows that on request that when I was talking about underneath over here, that some of the tubs have adjustable pipes, and you can move the tub out to like the edge of this little island, and you can sit out under the stars in one of the hot tubs.
Cool.
We
Is
fit
there like
all
a
of us in
communal one
something?
too? Or
Yeah,
and,
we all
like,
need to.
Yeah, the big one that's under the place here is communal, but nobody
Alright,
else
let's
is here right now other than the four of y'all.
yeah,
and
let's go.
Alice.
Let's go.
4 of us.
Five of you. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. 6.
Oh,
Alice
I need
counts.
to go back up to my room and spend 30 minutes doffing my armor.
Really?
It takes 1 minute.
Thought it was. Oh yeah, it's 1 minute to take it
Take
off.
off.
It's 10 minutes to put it back on.
Can I dimension door out of your armor?
Can that work?
There's nothing in the rules that say you can't if they're willing.
It says you can bring along objects, but it doesn't say
Yeah,
you have
that's what I'm
to.
saying. There's nothing that says you can't do that if they're willing.
That's such a
John-
cheat. That's beautiful.
Disappears, reappears 5 feet to the left, just completely nude. His armor just clang. John will run inside because he's got his pack, his shield, his like a lot of heavy stuff on. He'll run inside.
I mean, it all went clink, clink, clink to the ground.
Well, alright. Next time, John.
What?
You'll see his doodle later on. Don't worry.
What?
Anyway, I'm going downstairs. Come on.
Oh,
Let's
we're getting raided. We're getting raided right now. Hello, raiders. Welcome
Oh, what a time
in.
for a raid.
Yeah, right? Is this the
Oh
point?
no.
What a time to come in.
Giggity.
Hello.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of our D&D session.
Alright, Juke.
it's the
Off with
Hot
those clothes.
Springs
Come on, come on.
episode.
Strip.
Take them off, Stu.
What do you mean strip? It's
now
literally
has-
just
is-
take off the top.
now-
I'm a centaur.
Now, is Jules in the process when she tells you this, or is Jules like the
Chop chop.
the drill instructor on the side, fully clothed, telling everyone else to strip?
For comedy, she's definitely still fully clothed.
What are you waiting for? Get your clothes off.
Come on! Move it!
For those of you that do not know, we are doing a homebrew setting, but it is the rules of 5e using the Acquisitions Incorporated source material. So there will be times where someone may say green flame, and literally everybody will also say green flame.
Flame.
So don't be surprised if that does indeed happen. That's just kind of an Ink thing. Just Just go with it. Just go with it.
Now, Juke, have you taken the clothes off yet?
I mean, why is this such a...
Because you're trying to evade the question.
I mean, it's just the top. She takes off the top. It's not that difficult.
There you go.
Good,
Where's
good.
the towel?
Drill instructor says,
The
it's
towels-
cold out here and everyone can tell.
I don't know the logistics of a modesty
Oh,
towel
wait a
for
minute.
a
No.
centaur.
There's a whole damn ordeal for Juke before she gets in there. She's going to be working on putting up her hair. So the top is
you're
not
not just
coming
gonna
off until
let
there.
You're not just gonna let it like the hair float out.
Do
through
you have
half of the bath?
Any idea? Do you have any idea how long that would take to dry? No, she's gonna have like, you know Rapunzel
Oh,
from
you're
Tangled. We're gonna have braids upon braids upon braids that are gonna go
And then
up
you're
into
gonna
a
turban
crazy
it up?
updo. Yes, because
Can I dimension door you out of the wet?
I don't think that's how Dimension Door works. But
Water
if it did,
water's
I
an
will say,
object.
you can definitely use prestidigitation to dry your hair. So
Yeah. I was about to say, magic exists, honey.
yeah. But do we really want my hair floating in the water?
I mean, it's your prerogative. It's whatever you want.
Your hair, your
I
problem.
think everyone wants to see Juke's like massive halo of hair just.
All right, let's go. It's wet dog style. Let's go.
Oh,
John,
and
are you naked yet?
you don't really get all the way
John
in.
hasn't even gotten down there yet. John went up to the room to go drop all their stuff off.
We hear him hopping around, taking one shoe off.
Then a clank as he falls over.
How long
you're
till he
at, "Oh,
realizes he has
biscuits."
nothing to cover up with,
Oh, biscuits.
and he's gonna walk through the entire inn?
He's got his sword.
He's got regular clothes too.
He's got like a +3 sword, man. You can cover anything up with that.
The temperature of these baths is excessively high. It's not so hot that it's super difficult to get into, but it is so hot that even after you've gotten in and you're used to it, if you start moving quickly, that's enough to make it too hot.
Oh, nice, perfect. Well,
It is right at the cusp of bearable and unbearable.
and it's just us here?
Yes, it is only the rest of you here. There is, as you first came in, what looked like a fur rug at first until it moved,
Ugh.
and you realize that it is a massive, like, very old black and gray direwolf. Who, Jolene, you know that this is Chompers. And Chompers goes out with Guthrie when Guthrie goes hunting. But Chompers immediately like pops up. Chompers is about the size of a bear.
Look at you, little
Chompers
guy.
jumps up, goes over to Jolene, like tongue lolling halfway to the floor.
I give him a big old scratch and get him over on his belly and rub his belly and like, yes,
Oh yeah, Chompers is like mouth open, drooling on the floor, giant direwolf teeth on display, but absolutely just a puppy dog.
Adorable and terrifying at the same time.
Juke, I think you know Chompers as well, but
Yeah.
Chompers' favorite place to just
Criminy,
sleep
how
is
old?
down here.
How old is that dog now?
Chompers is so old.
Oh,
Chompers is like at least 20 plus years old.
he's an old pupper.
Chompers does not move as fast as Chompers used to, but Chompers is as happy as ever. And you know that Chompers is still a very lethal animal, but is
It's the belly pats
So-
all the way.
so sweet to anyone here.
You want the belly pats? I give you the belly
Chompers
pats.
is on
It's
the
literally
back,
belly bongos.
on the back, legs splayed out, tail furiously flapping.
So we're taking him with us, right?
I think
No,
he's gonna stare.
This is Guthrie's dog.
that's their family dog.
Cute.
I remember
Look at
back
him.
when he was a puppy, when I was shagging the missus here. Not the missus.
Excuse me.
Whoa!
Jolene, you
I
got something
didn't hear
to tell
that
the
story.
group?
What was the
The
I
miss?
forget the name. What's the girl?
You don't remember her name?
Baki does not.
Jolene remembers.
It's been a month.
Baki does not.
I think it was Emerald. Lily. It was Lil. That's what it was.
It was Lils. Because you
Okay.
call her Lils.
Yeah. Yeah, they had chompers back when me and Lils were
Packing it.
his piss smells terrible. God. You thought dog pee was bad? Dire wolf stuff? Oh my god. I give him some rubs.
Who's a stinky boy? Who's a stinky boy?
Who smells so bad it burns your nose? That's you, isn't it, buddy? Yeah.
And stays down here where the hot springs are, so it's constantly like moist.
Oh,
Oh, wet
Now he
dog.
likes it. Inhale that urea.
No!
He doesn't smell like that. He's
No.
clean.
It's just
Man,
his kid.
Chompers is like once Chompers is no longer getting attention, Chompers goes back and like collapses to the ground like splayed out. Which is why Chompers is easily
The back
mistaken
legs
for a
are
rug.
behind him.
Yeah, the back legs are behind and out.
he's splooting.
It's on the
Yeah,
rug.
bottom
rug
of the
style.
jaw fully flat on the floor.
He's splooting. The direwolf sploot.
He's a good
Man,
boy. That.
so y'all are the only
Chompers.
ones here. It's very steamy down here. The color of the water is this like deep, milky, almost seafoam green, and there's like hints of like a mineral tang to the scent in the air. And there are these old, worn, but still very well cared for, like copper wash buckets. There's like a small little area that you're supposed to use the buckets and rinse yourself off into the floor drains nearby before you get in the actual bath proper. And there's also, all kinds like perfumes and shampoos and things from like all over the world that you see have been, they're all in like various states of half to a quarter empty. None of them are full. And none of the stuff matches. They're all from just like stuff people have brought or that they've gotten from traveling merchants and things and rotate through. So they're all different from what were here
Oh,
last
it's just
time.
a basket of hotel samples.
Basically, yes.
From all across the globe.
But a Goliath sample was like a regular sized item. So
So, yeah, it's up to all of you what you'd like to do. There is also a small like little section off to one side that has like a warning sign on it in like 8 different languages. That what you see it says in common is warning, ice bath. Do not jump in unless you are accustomed to doing so.
It's not smart. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
I love the ice bath.
No. I'm saying like, don't go from being in the hot spring and then jump into an ice spring. Always step in.
That one corner has like a huge ice crystal that's like in a contraption that's attached to the ice bath.
I speak from experience. Do not do that. Don't ever do that. It's very painful.
Unless yours finish.
Or a
So-
Goliath.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, pretty much.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking. Wait, what do Finnish people sound like? Hello, I am a Finnish person.
John, as you come out here and you pass by the table that has the remnants of food and you step out, you can see that way up on the mountain, much higher than you
Is
are.
this south
You
or
can
north?
see north up the mountain. You can see that there are some like because it's gotten dark enough, you can see that there's like the flickering lights up on the mountainside of either campfires or signal fires or something. You're not really sure from this distance. But there's not a lot of them. There's like just scattered about and never in clumps of more than 2 or 3. And all told, there's maybe like 8 of these little motes of light that flicker up on the mountainside.
John kind of notices them, turns and looks back at the sky, just kind of lost in just how clear the sky is at this point.
John, are you naked yet?
You 3 are already like underground in the hot spring, right?
Yeah, but they left the door open.
Oh,
It's
come
like
in.
very echoey and
Come
far
in.
away.
When Jean gets there,
It's that scene in like every like show where by the time everyone's already settled in the hot spring, Jean like comes to the door and has like pauses in the door and has like his hands on his hips, but he's wearing one of those old time like swimsuit onesies that have like the built-in pant legs and then like the tank top straps, but it's like a single piece with like buttons down the front.
Oh man.
See, I brought my
Wow.
own swimming suit.
your
Take
swimming
off.
suit looks great, buddy. She's like, dag nabbit.
It's got stripes and like a little like a rubber duck on like where the breast pocket would be.
Oh my god.
Doki has joined you in the pool, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
Yay! Did you see that massive dog out there? I thought it was a rug at first, and it moved. I nearly screamed.
Cute.
Yeah, that's Chompers. He's the family watchdog.
That is the biggest dog I've ever seen.
He's your sweetums.
It's a big boy.
Chalmers quickly like walks over, trying to get towards Jolene. When
I was just
he's a sweet
expecting-
boy.
I was
Oh.
just
Use the voice.
expecting. I was just expecting to hear a dum 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 because the tail on the floor in the other room.
Wait, that's in the floor above us. How can we hear that? Oh my god.
He's a big
through
boy.
through the stone.
Oh,
Jolene's naked, by the way.
Oh
Standing
yeah.
there.
Jules is too.
We all in the spring.
Juke
wait,
is
are you
inside
in?
the. Yeah,
Are
they're
you in the water?
They're in the bath. Juke is surrounded by just
Just
like
hair.
the massive halo of her floating hair in like all directions.
Jolene has a clip.
It's kind of hard to see in here. It's really there's a lot of steam. John's like trying
That's
to.
the point.
Where's the pool start?
Right, don't fall in. It's
Follow
Follow our voice,
boy.
Marco.
Oh, it's like I think it's just falls face first into the pool.
Oh my god. I'm
That is gonna
having
be
I'm
so
having
hot on John's
PTSD.
face.
PTSD. Ah!
Tay watched someone do this very thing in an onsen where they
In
slid
Japan.
into the hot spring.
God, why?
Just so you know, Sean, as you hit, it's like fire on your face because you didn't get in slowly. It's just instant burning.
What did
John emerged and is just red.
As you move, it makes it worse.
calm down, calm down.
You okay, Jean?
You gotta get away from the spigot. Get away from the
Yeah,
spigot.
get away from the spigot.
Yeah, over here, over
Splash,
here.
splash, 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 splash.
Oh no, it's worse. It's so much worse.
His eyes are closed. His face is just like the bright red of like way too hot water. Like
Yeah.
eh,
Every
eh.
time you move, it just feels hotter.
It's great. It's great.
Jolene, do you want to take him to the ice bath?
No.
No.
I love that we
Drop him in.
both said that in unison. No.
I said, I'm just gonna sit here for a while. I can't see anything, but it's really warm. Ugh.
Pretty dang sure if he tried to get into the ice bath, he would just pass out from shock.
Where are all these hairs in my mouth coming from?
Definitely not
That-
me.
That's
Yeah.
They better not.
I've got mine up in a ponytail.
That's me.
I have an industrial strength clip holding back.
So this is like one of those giant like shared communal baths. It could hold probably 20 to 30 people comfortably. Juke is taking up like a fifth of it with just the way her hair like fans out.
I'm
Like a
sorry.
giant
You all
hair
told me to
lily
get
pad.
it with my hair down. God.
It's a giant hair lily pad.
That and don't always cave to peer pressure, Juke. This isn't high school.
Yeah.
I say snarkily.
She like flicks her tail, just knocks
Yeah.
Jolene to the side
Yes.
with a wet tail.
There's a whip crack noise.
Did you get my hair wet? Oh.
Fight!
It
Fight!
started it.
John, come over here. Chant with me. Fight! Fight! Fight!
No, wait, no.
Who's
That'd be
fighting?
rude. That'd be rude. That'd be rude. That'd be rude.
Yeah, we can't fight in here.
John,
Well,
John,
there is a type of fighting you do in the hot springs, but
Yeah, that
I don't
one.
think any of y'all.
That
John
requires
opens his
4
eye-
people.
John finally
No.
opens his eyes. What happened?
Just boobs and face. Oh, Jean, are you okay?
If
Can you see?
if Jean was red before, he is crimson. As he's
Boiled
just like
lobster.
he's just staring just straight ahead, just like
And they're huge, man.
It actually makes the burning in your hand soothe a little because all the blood has left it.
there's just
Wow.
grinding gear noises in his head. As just like the does not compute. Like he okay, so Jean knows Jolene is endowed.
Everyone does, yeah.
He
yeah.
has
She's
eyes,
fucking
yeah.
stacked.
The Windows error noise.
Doo-doo. But John like never like dwelled on it because like he knows what his fellow employees, coworkers, friends look like. Here in front of him is the irrefutable proof that Jolene is stacked like a brick house.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over for Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And John
Yep.
has already forgotten what he was going to say because boobs.
Thinking of boobs.
Are those markings natural, or did you get those put on too?
Well, my only ones are my face and my thighs are my own natural ones.
Oh,
The kind of triangle-y ones. I'll pull a thigh out of the water and cock it to one side
Oh, no.
and gently trace it. These right here are all
Do
natural.
you like
Like-
put the leg above his shoulder?
like Captain
right by
Morgan, just
face?
like
Yeah.
slips.
On the side of the pool, just kind of one leg in the pool still, and the other one outside.
Yeah, you know the thing where they put the hand like on the locker over your shoulder. You just do that with a foot behind.
Yeah.
Sean.
Was it Cave Dawn or something? Cave
Yeah,
Dawn?
Abaddon.
And what about all the metal bits?
Keep whiffing this damn pool.
Metal bits.
Your bangles.
Oh, those. She doesn't have her jewelry on in the tub.
Oh, wait.
Does Jolene have any piercings?
No.
Okay.
No, wait.
then-
No, she does not.
okay. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember, but
There
Poor
is some
John.
art like that, but she does not have those. Canon.
Stella landed again.
Don't fucking mention it. I'm sitting here watching it full screen in real time.
Jean tries looking to Juke or Jules for help.
What do you want me to do?
Like, what do you want?
Do you want a distraction?
I don't know what I want anymore.
Take a bath.
She'll settle back down in the pool, though. Ain't
The water level
covered.
rises.
Does a little whoosh as it goes out. Just kind of relaxed. Woo.
So this.
Wait, so Jolene has tattoos. Does Juke
Mhm.
have any?
No, I don't believe so. No.
How about Jean? She like looks.
He has a little holy symbol on the back
He's
left.
well.
butt
He's
cheek.
got his onesie on, but his skin is
Onesie.
pale as he is. Well, his skin is now bright crimson as he is. But no.
No,
Oddly,
like little holy symbol tramp stamp or anything.
oh my god.
You know, if I get you
No.
drunk again, we might get that.
Oh my god. Don't
I
don't
do.
get poor John drunk again.
I know a guy.
No, John doesn't have any tattoos or anything.
Does oh, Jolie looks at Jules like, "Well, you got any ink you want to show, girl?"
Kind of. But, I
Well,
mean,
have it
it's not
out.
big. She'll like turn around. It's about half of her back
What
from
do
about
we see?
midway, mid back to like shoulder. It's a snake with fins. It's like
Oh.
a sea serpent.
Does that
Mm.
stand for something, or is it just cool?
It gives me +2 to my armor class.
Oh,
Is it done up in the manner that like the really technically intricate done ones do, that the scales, each one is almost like iridescent because of the way it's been inked
Yeah,
in?
if she kind of like shifts her shoulders a little, it looks like it moves.
Wait, is that a dragon mark?
whoa.
What?
Oh,
What
okay.
is that?
I think it's just
I don't think we have those here, do we?
Magic tattoos, basically. But I think those are ones that you're like born with, not so
No.
much ones that you get put on.
No, I got this years ago.
It's
For
very,
But it's moving. Is it
It just looks like
enchantment or just really
Yeah, well-
dang good artistry?
well, there's magical tattoos. and
Yeah, that's
whatnot.
why I was asking. I was like, is it a magic tattoo or is it just
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's why I don't wear any armor.
Nifty.
very, very artistically done.
He's
Flop
nifty.
back in the water.
We should all get matching tattoos. A
No!
big old J.
Wait, what?
No.
A
No.
big old J for.
Wait, is that like
Or-
your is that your logo? Do you have a logo?
Do we have a logo?
I mean, kinda.
Like
We
a
can
big
get
J?
like
Look at
Yeah, like a
Jolene.
big
Wait, what's our
J.
logo?
You go through your paperwork and you see the like draft of your logo page still pending. You just like think of that in your mind and you're like, right, we were supposed to do that, weren't we?
That would be
Wow,
like that's
it's
gonna be
been
like the
4
weirdest
years.
freaking. That's gonna be like the weirdest freaking commission. Be like, hey, we need a logo for the J Crew. No, not the clothing store.
so just make it legally distinct from one another.
Legally distinct from clothing.
What is a J Crew logo? Doesn't it just say J Crew?
It literally just
Yeah,
says
pretty
the
much.
J Crew.
With like embossed letters.
Oh, we just need to pick a different font.
Yes. Comic Sans, let's go.
Impact.
No.
Wingding.
We need a sand. We need serifs.
Sans these serifs.
Don't you dare. So, relax in the tub. I know that. Well, tub, quote unquote.
Oh, it started raining.
Us three have been doing pretty good. Or been here for a while, but Jules, you're kind of new to the group. Is there any like, I don't know, short story you can tell about yourself that you've prepared?
No pressure.
About what?
I feel
Well,
like that'd be way more fascinating than us trying to talk about what the heck our logo should be. You
Well,
have any
like,
fun
what just-
stories?
Yeah, like something about your life or whatever. We can take turns telling stories or something. Just to get to know you better because, well, of course, we are fighting a primordial demon evil thing, so.
Yeah, making friends does help with that.
Yep.
Well, do you want a happy story or a sad story?
Let's start with happy. Let's do a round of happy and then we can trauma dump.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So, I told you I used to be a mercenary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And you like guns, apparently.
my dad liked guns, actually. He taught me how to use
Oh.
them. I never really had a chance to have one myself, but, he taught me when I was little. He was big into inventing. But I lost him and mom pretty early too. But after they were gone, I didn't have much to do with myself, so I hit the road as a mercenary. And my funny story, or happy story, is, one time I was, hired by a local lord to do, security for an event. And, at that event, me and the rest of my, group, you're standing outside in front of the hors d'oeuvres, looking tough, trying to keep anyone from getting in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out the local lord didn't tell the watch that we were doing this. That he had hired private security for his event. And so the watch came in and arrested all of us.
All your group?
Yep, all of us.
Oh, wow.
We got carted off to jail. Local lord didn't want anything to do with bailing us out. And well, we were stuck there for a few weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah, weeks.
This is
I mean, no one was
very
gonna come
funny.
help us, right? Oh no! I mean, at the end, there was one. The captain of the guard came to visit from time to time, mostly to gloat, mostly to tell us what a rotten mistake we'd made. But you know me, and my boundless charm. Me and her got to talking. And well, I think you know how the rest of that goes, right?
How what?
Yeah, I don't think John. They had cookies, John.
Yeah, we had cookies.
Like chocolate chip or like sugar cookie, like snickerdoodle?
All of those.
It starts
Oh
with a
my
P
God.
and ends with a. Never mind. Just continue.
Well, I mean, not much more to tell. Over the month, we talked more. She came more often, and
Yeah.
eventually she decided that fine, upstanding folk like us were definitely not up to any good. So she sprung us free. The day after she investigated the Lord for improper finances. So all's well that ends well.
And you got you some scooch, so that's always a plus on a story.
A little more than that. We dated for a few years, and
Oh.
yeah, I pulled her away from a life of a life enforcing the law to a vagabond life on the road.
And what is? Did y'all just split amicably?
Sort of.
Okay. You don't have to say anything you don't like to.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay. She looks
Duke
at.
is
She
having
points
to
to
deal with your
John.
hair.
John.
Oh,
Story
me.
from your childhood. Go.
Story from my childhood. Happy, sad. What do you want?
Do you
What
have
do you want
several?
from me?
Do
What?
happy this time, buddy.
Happy first, then the
Okay.
saddest you can muster.
Yeah.
Okay. So, saddest I can muster. Okay. Well, when I was, being raised, young child in the monastery, my duties under Sister Marilyn, who basically took me in, and is more or less my parent. One of my duties was, helping, carrying food to, other members of the order, bringing the older members their medicine, making sure everyone was roused in the morning and everything. One of the days I was taking an older member, a brother Hawthorne, some of them have weird, like, morning herbal remedies. Brother Hawthorne, uh, he he's not very regular, so he has like a concoction he drinks in the mornings that it has to be made special for him. One morning I wasn't paying too much attention, and I accidentally took his breakfast tray to a different room. Yeah, I may have accidentally given it to the cardinal of our order.
Cardinal's the high guy, right?
Yeah, he didn't make the sermon that morning. He was let's say indisposed for the rest of the day. I don't think he ever found out who did it, but my sister Marilyn and I vowed to never tell anyone.
Did you have to atone? Like, was there like a confessional or say
Yeah,
like
like-
100 prayers or?
Have to ring a bell or something?
I mean, nothing like that. I made sure to never mix up anyone's morning medicines or breakfasts again. But I gotta admit, it was kind of funny seeing him run to the lavatory in nothing but his sleep clothes and little like cap and his slippers. That was kind of funny.
His little stockle cap.
Yeah. He definitely tried to find out who did it, but I think Sister Marilyn covered for me.
Isn't
I
that
didn't-
a sin, Jean?
What?
Hey, we're not here to judge.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think it's hilarious making a cardinal shit themselves. That's pretty gay. That's pretty dang good.
That's pretty gay. Yeah.
It
Pretty
was,
dang good.
it was pretty funny. I didn't see Sister Marilyn a whole lot for a week or two after that, but she came back. Everything was fine.
You know, Jean, who is this Sister
Crimey.
Marilyn person? I don't know anyone from your past, so.
Well, that's fair. Well, I was raised in a monastery, and apparently I was just kind of abandoned on the doorstep as a little kid, or little toddler, and
Tracks.
Like in a book.
yeah, we had some books, and
I mean, well, never mind.
but Sister Marilyn was the one that took me in and kind of raised me and clothed me and fed me, and I kind of grew up under her tutelage, and she was basically my mom, and she was the one that showed me where things were and how things worked in the order, and we'd clean, and I'd tend to the yard and the gardens. It was a pretty decently sized monastery. Like there were a good number of it was really well known for our scribes. Like people would come from all over the world to have the scribes either translate or make copies of certain texts. Devos, the cardinal, the high cardinal Devos, was always getting travelers or strange people coming from all over the world to visit. He seemed to always be busy, but he always made time for the morning sermon and everything. But yeah, it was there was a surprising number of people coming out of the monastery, of all sorts.
That is pretty surprising.
Yeah. You think it would be not so much a rotating text going through there, but
Well, I mean, most of the order stayed the same. It's just that a lot of people visit. And I got to learn about some interesting cultures and
pilgrims and
was-
whatnot.
yeah, traveling merchants.
Well, and so, forgive this prize too much, but why did you end up leaving?
So one of the things Sister Marilyn taught me was, reading, writing, maths, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've seen, I kind of have a head for numbers, right? And
Right.
one of the things that our order we have a quartermaster, somebody to keep track of the books. Well, one day she was really ill, and everyone else was helping around. There was a bit of a sickness going around that, a lot of people were bedridden for a while. Well, Sister Marilyn offered to, help, look after the books for a while Sister Magdalene was down. So, she did, and I kind of helped out. But so something about the books was a little weird. I noticed some of the numbers didn't add up, and then there were things referenced that weren't in the book or any of the other older ledgers. So I kind of started looking around and asking around, and let's just say Devos and his cronies didn't like that. Yeah.
Did
You
you
got kicked
run?
out for discovering accounting fraud?
Yeah, sounds
Um,
like the books were getting cooked.
There was definitely something going on with the funds and all the people visiting Devos. I never really understood, but I was told basically either I or Sister Marilyn would have to leave. So I didn't want to upset Sister Marilyn because of everything she'd done for me. So I volunteered to never speak of what I saw again, and I volunteered to leave so she didn't have to.
So like an exile situation.
Uh,
Excommunicado.
Like an exile situation to me.
well, on the stipulation that I couldn't come back, or else
That's usually what
Things-
exile means, yeah.
Yeah, that's
things
the definition of
things might-
exile.
if I go back, things might happen to Sister Marilyn.
Have you heard anything from her since? Letters?
I don't think she knows where I am, but I try to send mail or letters back every once in a while, but I don't know if they're actually getting to her.
How long has it been?
Probably about I was trying to think. Probably about a year or two at this point.
Oh, so it's still fresh. Well,
Hmm.
do
Have
you
you-
want to go back? You have unfinished business there, or are you
I
okay
mean,
on the road?
I'd love to go back and see her, make sure she's okay, but I can't really.
I mean, you're not allowed, but... there's nothing stopping the rest of us from going, right?
That's
We
why
could
you
check on
got the
your crew.
crew.
We rode deep in this house, son.
I mean, you can certainly try. The Cardinal does kind of have. He does kind of have people who monitor
Juke,
who comes and goes.
Tay had to step away for a second, but she says Juke is shouting, "You write her a letter right now!"
We're in a hot spring. The paper would get all soggy.
Yeah, right.
Once you're out of the
Right.
hot springs.
I've got waterproof paper though,
That's a
but you can't
thing?
write on it.
Oh.
The teacher's transparency. What a reference that slid out of my mouth there.
Oh, man.
What's a
But-
transparency?
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's just kind of. So how about Juke? What's your what's being a centaur like?
What?
You
That's
see
your
that
question?
Juke,
Two
Juke,
claps for
after
yes,
telling
one
you
clap
to
for
write
no.
the letter, has just sunk down to just only her nose is above the water now. Eyes
Oh.
closed.
Oh, she's in her horse zone, so y'all need to be careful. Don't get behind her; she might buck you.
Is that a thing?
Then what
Yeah.
about you, Jolene?
What?
I feel like we've
about
learned
one?
about you. I feel like we've learned a lot about you here, but what about a happy story?
A happy story. Well, something funny, or just like a general happy thing.
Up to you.
Well, Sean's was a little funny, but well, I guess I could say something topical to where we are here in Defender Lake. Well, it's not much of a story, but I did get caught in his foot, and my butt was hanging out, and it was several hours.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was, I thought I could, I was probably like 15, and I was swimming around there with Lils, and, well, you get bigger and bigger, and you don't realize how big you are. It's a Goliath, and then all of a sudden you get stuck in a giant mechanical foot with your butt sticking out. But, you know, that's probably a quaint anecdote for here, you know.
I mean, we should go check the spot you got stuck in.
Well, I believe my ass is way too fat to squeeze through there these days.
Oh.
That's not funny. That's just traumatic.
No, I filled out. I'm twice the age now, so.
And you do have a lot of stuff.
Yep. Well, I take, my mentor was a bit of a bodybuilder, so. Like, in order to exercise your mind, you gotta exercise your body.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. Because otherwise your body's gonna fail on you, and then how many decrepit old wizard men do you see all the time?
True.
Well, all it
You are
takes is one
definitely
casting.
the most muscular wizard I've ever met.
You gotta shake the old wizard's hand and his whole arm breaks.
Yep. Most old wizards are basically like animated dirt.
All it takes is one cast of testicular torsion, and they're down for the count.
Is that a cantrip? What is it?
No, that's like
Fool!
a
Those,
fifth level spell.
fool, those were my simulacrum balls.
Gets them every time.
I cast Mend Butt Crack.
Well, and
I
guess,
guess tinnitus. It's not gonna hurt you, but you'll never get rid of it.
Oh, God.
what's that? I just hear that. "Huh."
Yeah, the little ringing.
Well, and something cool, like a cool story I had. I actually used to date a dwarf. You know, I like them shorter than me because it makes me feel powerful.
Hmm.
His name was Jessup.
John?
John's like,
Jessup?
imagining their height difference. Like, yeah, that's where I like it.
John, I
Huh.
wonder what that means.
Yeah, his name was
Oh, wow.
Jessup. We met in college, and well, he was the kind of the what do you call him? An RA. They kind of watch the rooms for you, like to keep all the girls safe and whatnot.
That's a thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you go to like an actual college, not a fake one.
Wait, there's
Like,
like a job to keep just girls safe?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a bodyguard, mercenary. It's kind of the same thing, right?
I mean, I guess, but like that was like individual person or like two at most.
It's
Not
more
just the
they make
entire
sure.
populace of women.
Yeah, no, they're just making sure the dorms didn't reek of the grass, you know? You're like
Grass?
pantomime smoking.
Oh
Well, you know how it is.
no, I don't actually.
What?
I've never been to school.
Gosh. Oh my god.
You
Yeah,
can tell me what it's
nobody-
like though.
Terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I just nod. Yeah. Hard college. A lot of
Bard
partying.
Bard college
Yeah,
is
well-
nothing but parties. You get graded
Yeah.
on your partying in Bard college.
Yeah, it was well, all forms of paid education is basically a scam. They lie to you and they take your money.
My
make you
education
pay
was
on for 40 years.
free.
Yes, it was, Juke, wasn't it? She like
Yes,
grits her
it
teeth.
was.
Is there? I'm not gonna ask actually.
What?
Nothing.
Trying to fight? But no, it's well, yeah, I got into a lot of what do you call them? Misdemeanors?
Misdemeanors.
Mr.
No, that's the word. Yeah.
Mr.
Misdemeanor.
Meters.
Misdemeanors. Hey, I'm doing an accent, and I'm from
I
Tennessee,
know,
so I don't
that's why it's
enunciate.
funny. It's very fitting, but that's also why it's very funny.
Yep. But, you know, we just got into normal hijinks. We would do pool skipping if someone had like a lake or like a small pool out in their the rich people area. We'd go and get naked and slide in all their pools and just kind of stand still and be like, "Oh, they're inside the house," you know.
Oh,
Huh?
it's like
Exciting
a
stuff.
exhibitionist sort of thing.
Well, I would say most. Well, yeah, I was gonna say most Goliaths are kind of. Well, we're comfortable with our bodies generally.
You
We
just
noticed.
nods.
Yep.
Yeah, that tracks.
Well, you know, we're descended of mountain folk, so we really, yeah, we all come out naked, right?
I think that is true.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right.
from the one I've known in close company, it's certainly true. You.
What?
That's you, Jolene.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, I sleep in the nude, and I read in the nude. I cook in the nude. I wear clothes in the nude.
What
What?
else
See
do
that
you
one
do?
coming.
What else do you do in the
Huh?
nude? That's a lot of stuff.
Well, there's like an ancient Blaine song tradition where you perform your. It's like a kata. It's like a set of movements you do in the moonlight,
Uh-huh.
and you got to let the starlight and the moonlight touch your skin to be blessed.
Is that a thing?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
you've never seen me dancing outside naked in the moonlight?
Speaking of moonlight, I'm getting out of the pool. It's really hot.
John's a
I don't-
lobster still.
Don't go into the ice bath.
I was like, don't just drop into the ice bath. It's you might pass out. Don't do that. You do
Can't go outside.
if you go, let's go slowly.
I'm going outside. Wait. Jolene, do I need
Yeah?
clothes to go outside? Do they care?
Are you going in the lake?
Yeah, in the lake.
No.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're laking. I'll pull
Come
John
on.
out.
That was
Oh,
a
God.
very delayed response, Julie.
You pull him out like a kitten by the
Yeah,
scruff.
by the scruff. He just goes limp. And
It is bright red.
I forget. Is it warm outside right now or no? It's actually kind of cold.
Kinda chilly
It's
outside.
chilly. You're up in the mountains.
All right,
and it's
hair
fall.
blanket. Let's go. It's freaking cold.
Jolene runs
Oh,
and
nice.
jumps. Cannibal! And just jumps in over here.
Wait, aren't you carrying John?
I have Jean with me, and we
Yep.
cannibal together.
Oh my god!
I hope John knows how to swim.
It's only like 600 foot deep right here.
Yeah, you did kind of drop right into like the deepest
Jolene's like,
possible
you
area.
just go to the bottom and jump back up.
Yeah, you can't touch your toes.
Criminy.
There's just a scene of Jolene singing at the bottom, and then it zooms back to the top, and there's just John just floating face around the water, just going with the current.
Jolene takes a picture and is like, look at my swimsuit and stuff, and you see Jean
Is it just drowning in the back?
background.
This isn't about
And
him.
they're like,
It ain't about
hey, this isn't about...
Exactly.
Jean looks like he could use some help. It's not about him.
He's okay. He's got water breathing. He's just being extra. Boosh.
No, he doesn't.
Julie's gonna hop in the water too. Boosh. And she's
God,
going
you
to
can swim,
dive
right?
all the way down.
So the as you go down through this moonlit water, it's incredibly clear. You see like fish swimming through this water. This, like, again, it's like a heated pool, not super, super hot, but it's still very warm. And as you get deeper and deeper down, you can see more of the figure of the defender stretched down towards the bottom. Eventually, his, like, where his knees would have been are, like, resting deep into the silt and the mud of the bottom of the lake. And you see how this old, rusted, giant sword is, like, stabbed through. And there's, like, cogs and broken, rusted pieces of metal all throughout. But surprisingly, the defender's body itself, there's not any rust on it, really. It is, like, worn and looks really old and dull, but there's not rust, there's not really corrosion. There's stuff growing up all over it wherever it touches, so there's, like, you know, lake plants and moss and stuff and fish, like, swimming through its body and things. But you can still see all these strange, odd structures within it. And there are other things in here. There's what looks like a giant plate of armor on one side that may have been a shield. It may have been something else. It's hard to tell. And it's not, there's nothing that lights up inside of it. There's nothing that gives any hint that it's alive, or honestly, maybe that it ever was. But as you continue down, like, it almost mirrors the stars above, with the way that near the bottom where he's resting, where the sword is stabbed in, it is almost fused into, like, glass at the bottom there. The sand has.
Cool.
You mean?
But
Yeah.
you can see, like, all these different, like, mechanisms and stuff that should do things, but none of them move or seem like they could move anymore.
Is there
But
way?
this is something- Go ahead.
Is there a way inside?
You can get into parts of the defender. Jolene, like, when you walked up, you could see that the only part of the defender that's fully above water is the head, and the head is basically hollowed out. There's almost nothing left inside of the head, either from looters or scavengers or something else, or maybe it was always just hollow and something else used to go there, or someone or something. But, like, yeah, you can swim up through the torso or the limbs. Like, it's that big
It's pretty cool.
that you can sort of, it's almost become a freshwater reef of sorts at this point.
Cool.
We used to play around in the dude's head.
Is there
No,
anything
Yeah.
in
talking
there?
about- Yeah, you can fit in there.
Is there anything left, or is it just empty?
It's just empty.
But, like, you can use,
Head
like,
empty.
they constantly will use parts of him as a slide in the winter when the lake, in, like, the dead of winter when the lake freezes over. You can use him as, like, a sled ramp and stuff.
We used to see who could swim to the bottom of the sword the fastest.
How deep is the bottom of a sword again?
The bottom of the sword, because the sword's at an angle, is only, like, I say only, it's about 120 feet deep.
That's what I'm like. I
But, like,
recall
if you
you
were to
saying it
go
was
to
very deep.
if you were to go to the deepest part of the lake here, that's not going through, like, the caverns where the lake feeds into the rest of the, like, river, then it's about 500-600 feet deep in places.
She making it into the pool as for custom.
Flawless.
Criminy.
But
I
yeah,
don't want to talk about it.
it's the sword especially is interesting, I think, to Jules as somebody who would be fairly familiar with a weapon. Like, this doesn't look like something that was, it doesn't look like this is an ancient structure in terms of, like, it's a motif of a sword or like a statue of a sword. This looks like at one point it was actually a wieldable weapon. Like you can tell by the cut of the metal and the way it's, I would say the way it's balanced, but it's wedged into the dirt eventually. But there's just all these little details you can tell in like the wrapping of the handle that there's wear on it. It's possible it could have been a structure that somebody created who was like a master craftsman, but there's so many of these little details to it that you think at one point this was a functional wielded sword.
On a massive scale.
On a scale similar to this dude,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. It's like
Big
he
dude.
would hope.
But the one thing
He
that's
is a big
very
fella.
interesting about the Defender is that neither of his lower arms are there anymore. That's the only part of him that is completely missing. His legs and everything else are down at the bottom. His crotch, for lack of a better word, is wedged up against this island here. But
That's the good
and
part.
like I said, his legs go all the way down in more ways than one. But his arms are conspicuously missing. Like once you get to this point, you can see like the attachment points are still there, but the arms just aren't.
I forget, Jolene. Do you recall what the story is with the arms?
Well, no one really knows about this guy.
We got
It's
no
been-
like legends or anything like.
His
There's
sword's
well-
over here.
It's
Yeah,
legends, but we don't know for real.
Yeah, there's all sorts of conflicting myths and things about the Defender. A lot of it is based on that he was the one who prevented calamity from coming to this mountain, and that's why there are no like other signs of ancient civilization on this mountain other than him.
Yeah, we
And
don't have a
there's
lot
signs
of
of-
big robots.
Yeah, there's signs of ancient civilizations in other parts of the world, but not here, which is strange.
His sword's over
Really?
there. His hands are missing. He's been disarmed.
Yep.
Shoot.
Jolene's scroll of Tasha's hideous ladder vibrates.
You're naked. Where is it?
I keep it in my.
It's
Let's-
the
let's-
Pokemon
let's
swim
keep going.
trainer thing, woman's secret.
Yep.
Where do I keep
Jolene
my
actually-
Pokeballs?
Jolene actually gets out of the water and kind of like lays on him like the moss and stuff.
It's basically very plush over there. There's all these moths and things going around at night. There's like a very gentle breeze up here. Jillian, you can see some of those specks of fires up on the mountain. There's only about 5 or 6 of them at this point, as it's gotten later.
My
Since you're
bird.
more familiar with the area, you would recognize that most of those are a little shy of the height at which the Adercast or the Adercast Chapel is at.
If the moths start going after Juke's hair, she is going. Nope, I'm out. And she is going inside because if she had gotten around to saying one of her stories, it would have been a bug got in her hair and it just scarred her for life. So
She could
we're
never get it out. She couldn't find it.
it's just I have
It's
no
still
idea where
there
it
to
went.
this day.
To
Yeah.
this day, she's still
Legend
on it.
has
By
it.
this.
Legend
It's
has
full
it.
of-
She hears a buzzing every so often. It's like, no, it's back.
It's full of
The
those
bee
12
in
year
my
cicada
bonnet.
shells.
Don't remind me.
If
But yeah,
June beetles, man, June bugs, hate those things.
the metal of the Defender, because like Jolene would also know, the other really weird thing about the Defender is that it's basically impossible to do anything to the metal of it. Like, the Goliaths are very handy and they're craftsfolk, and there have obviously been people who would be like, hey, I'd love to get some of this and use it for something. You can't. It can't be cut. It can't be melted by any sort of magic or tool. And like it's very possible to like slowly dent some of it with a tremendous amount of force, but nobody's ever been able to just take a chunk of it.
I mean, this looks like it was a clean cut. That, like, from the chest plate, like it looks like a circle was cut from the chest plate.
That's where it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the lack of
the-
a rib.
The
And
cog in the middle.
You can just
Yeah.
see the gears underneath. But
Yeah.
that's part of its
By design.
yeah, that's how it was designed. But the damage to its head plate is from long ago. The Goliath did not do that like Skaven.
I'm assuming it was another giant
Don't know.
defender
Mhm.
got it with their own dang weapon. Based
Maybe
on
a big old coconut hit him in the head and he fell over.
yeah, a part of the mountain fell on him.
Jill's gonna pop out of the water.
Oh, did the moth
Jolene.
actually get near me? Because if
No.
okay,
Yes, Jules.
Does this guy have
I
a
say
name?
second.
Just
The
defender.
defender.
That's
Well,
not
that's
a
what
name. That's a
everyone-
title.
Well, that's what everyone's called him. That's why it's Defender Lake.
Huh.
We don't actually know if he's defending. He could have been, I don't know. He's like a robot. Look at him. He kind of like hits him
Yeah.
like a clunk clunk.
There is some sort of as you ponder this question, you remember when you passed by that there was something engraved or scratched inside of the cranium, but it's absolutely in a completely forgotten language.
I mean,
Man,
it just seems
someone
kind
had-
of sad.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he's probably the most well-known thing here, so he's more famous than anybody.
Yeah, but
but
no one knows
fame-
anything about him. Do
name's not everything.
they don't know his name or what he was doing.
Right. Well, if he protected this land, I mean, I guess the land's still protected from his sacrifice. I mean, there was a lot of stories and tales and about the old defender here, and
Maybe we should give it a name.
Johnson.
Try better.
Try harder.
Be better, Jolene.
Try that again.
Well, got to be a J name because he's gonna
Mhm.
be part of the crew now.
It's one of
What
us.
about
Jericho.
Jamichael?
Criminy.
Colder. Colder.
Jolene 2?
That could work.
Jolene
He is
the
pretty big.
second.
Joe 2? Joe and then like a up caret for exponent and then a 2? That's his name.
Joe Square. So Jericho, Joe 2. What about you, Juke?
You said it has to be a J name.
Yep. Jumanji?
Too
That's
much.
just a board game. Don't play it.
I'm trying to think of something that isn't used a lot. Like, you hear the Jordans, you hear the Jonas, and I'm like, what do you think? I don't know. Something. It's gotta be big. Like, it's gotta be big. Like, I don't know, Julius or something. I have no idea.
Oh, Julius, the Emperor.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has to be part of a song lyric though.
Let me see. Gotta check and see if there's songs about Julius.
I want everyone to give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, I don't have my dice with me, so here we go.
But it's the Hot
Okay.
Springs episode.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Ooh, Jotun. Good one, too.
Jotun? Oh, that's good.
Yes.
17.
didn't someone give me something earlier?
All right, so we've got a 17 from Jules.
I'm using the player advantage I just got from Doki a little while. I'm using a Doki
Okay.
because I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you
that was
sure
a
you wanna
natural
use that?
20. Yes.
So you went from a
I
1
was-
to a nat 20.
Do I have any player advantages currently?
You have a lot.
Probably.
I'm gonna spend one.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
So it'd be like a saving throw, you said?
Yeah, it's an intelligence saving throw.
So 27 for JoJo.
Okay. 10 for
Did not-
Sean.
Did not improve much.
How many advantages do I have?
You have 8.
Jesus.
I'm going to use one because I rolled a 3 and I have a negative
Okay.
1. So I'm not rolling a 2.
You have an 8? Oh wow.
Yes,
Surrounded by
I'm not the
boom.
look. I am
If
not
you-
the
if-
sharpest tool in the shed, but damn am I charismatic as fuck.
You're not. If you're within 10 feet of. Oh, you're not within 10 feet of me.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you got a 3.
Mhm. So I got a
no.
3 anyways.
So as you're all thinking of names and sitting here, Juke, I think that you're not really thinking about that. You're just staring at the stars. You're feeling this moment of peace. This moment in which
Something.
the horrors, the terrors, all the stuff that you have dealt with is far away from this place. And it's in this moment where you just basically stop thinking and you open yourself up to just all of the sounds around you, all of the sensations, all of the feelings, with your hair sort of draped over your shoulders. Here on top of this seemingly impervious giant of a creature, that something tickles in your ear, a voice that is at once something that you don't think you've ever heard, and yet also as familiar as Jolene's. And it whispers, you just hear a whisper into your ear, almost in an amused but like a doleful kind of amusement, like a sad kind of amused. But you hear a single word. Javits.
Can you type that to me, please?
Bitcoin.
Not D20 or not in roll 20, please. I can't read it there. Jabbit.
Your boy Jabbits.
And the voice that said this is one, like I said, that is one that you don't know that you've ever heard, but at the same time is as familiar to you as Jolene's.
And we're best buds.
Wait, how's that?
She-
What did it say? How to spell?
Javits. She's got this faraway look. Because she's like, where the hell did that name come from?
Javits. Javitz.
Juke, you got something, bud?
Yeah, you said that really creepily.
Did I?
Did you get something?
You're kind
I
of
saw
like
your ears
spacing out
wiggling.
and then just muttered under your breath.
Yeah, it's nice and
You looked a little
peaceful over
possessed.
here. What?
A little possessed. Yeah, you are, you are, yeah.
Just, just a little.
How does that spell? Jav.
It's in
I-
quick.
ITZ.
Gotcha.
First name Lenny.
And
last
John,
name Jabbit.
did you, with your 10, I think it's similar for you. You don't hear this voice, but it's this similar feeling of like you're able to not be in your head for a moment.
Mhm.
And especially I think this is like there's a moment of realization for Jean where you're like, I'm not in this very moment worried about the world devouring monstrosity that has been plaguing every waking moment for so long.
Wow, that must be nice.
And even when you have that moment of realization and think about it, like it doesn't latch on you. Like the worry, the constant anxiety, the fear doesn't find any purchase. Jolene and Jules, with your 17, I think that you have a high enough roll on this that as you're wondering about this figure, about the defender, about what it is, and you're trying to think of a name for it, what comes to you is not a name, but a sensation, a feeling of a place that I don't know if it's up to you whether Jules would have ever had a place that she would recognize like this. But in this moment, even if she's never had a specific place that has, it's a place that just feels... It feels like it's a secluded hideaway almost. It's something where you don't feel perceived in a way that it doesn't feel like somebody's watching you or somebody's worrying about you or somebody's chasing you or anything of that sort. You just feel in this moment, you feel sick. You feel like your worries are cast aside. Jolene, yours is high enough on a natural 20 that you realize that there is something... It's hard to classify it as magical by the understanding that you have of what magic is in your reality, but there is something here that is like, in this moment, you feel as if you're unable in any way to be spied or scryed upon or magically perceived or affected or influenced in any way. Like, magic can still be used here, but not from outside of here to here.
Like in the water?
It's hard to tell where the effect ends, but certainly where you are sitting atop the defender, it feels that way.
Have I ever felt something like this before?
I don't think that you would have... I think looking back retrospectively, that like this sensation of safety, of privacy, that you're able to put it together, but you've never been able to elucidate on it in the same way that you are now, as you suddenly have this like flash of insight about it, and you realize that something of this being must still be active, or some aspect of it must still have effect here.
Protruding some sort of aura.
Yes.
Sab, did you get the Baki
Yes,
player
I got-
advantage earlier?
Yes, I
Okay.
got
I
that
did.
one, and I just got John's.
Marking them down.
This place is cozy.
Thank you, Dokie.
Hey guys, did you all just feel that vibe change?
Vibe check.
Oh, it's very...
Did you feel it too?
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
I just heard that name. Just reminded
name?
me.
name?
What name?
The Javits. Did I not say that?
You heard it?
No.
And like
The robot?
a familiar.
name?
No. I don't think it was a robot. No, but like just a familiar voice came to mind, and I just heard Javits, and I don't know. I feel like I've heard the name before, but I don't.
Javits?
Yeah,
Hang on a second.
Javits.
Jules.
like
Yeah.
right around the same time you just said, Did you feel that?" I'm like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I've just been chilling, and I don't know.
You understand magic, right? But more innately.
Kinda, yeah.
Do you get like a magical vibe from this guy? She kind of stands up and like walks over and just kind of is like feeling it with her toes. I think this guy's still alive.
I'll swim over and hop on top. Nope, wrong way.
As you get onto the defender's body, I think you would also be able to, especially since it's called out by Jolene specifically, you certainly can notice something. It tickles at you, but not exactly like you would expect magic to. And you, like, Jolene, you know people have researched this thing exhaustively, and like detect magic doesn't show anything. Like no magic spells really divine anything from it. Which is why this is sort of a shocking kind of thing, is because nobody's ever been able to prove that it does anything other than sit here.
I mean, it feels funny. I don't know if I would call it magic, but there's something.
She gets closer to Jules. Yeah, something. I feel something here, like between us. You feel that?
You're really close.
You are also.
Naked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's drafty.
It's chilly up here, and everyone can tell.
Poor Jean.
I'm still in the damn water because I don't feel.
You know,
like
I haven't taken. I'm gonna go hop in this guy's head real quick. Just.
As you go in, there's like a dull sort of like cling kind of noise that like reverberates through it.
Like beer cans and packs of cigarettes from the teens.
It's not super loud, but yeah, there's some like just detritus from people who've been in here and just left stuff inside. You see that there are places where people have tried to like graffiti a little bit inside, and other people have come back behind and cleaned it up. And then there's just that one little space that's down where like effectively where the mouth would be, where there's like a big seam line over it. And you see that there's like all these different overlapping bits of metal. There's enough points here that you wonder if at some point it was articulate enough to like open the mouth and like do something that way.
Dude, this guy could totally eat you.
Whether it be to eat or talk or make expressions or things, like the way they all overlap and the mechanisms, it's hard to read, but there's
any sort of like
there's something
or...
engraved there. It's in a language that has never been deciphered, because it's the only thing written anywhere on the Defender, and it's not enough to extrapolate from effectively.
Would either the Runekeeper help?
Let me double check your Eyes of the Runekeeper.
It simply says you can read all writing. It's 5 words.
Baller.
You can read all text. So there is something written here. You can get the gist of what is written here, but the problem is that, as far as you can tell, there's no meaning. Like it's not like model number or anything like that. It says,
if lost, return to 10 cent deposit return in Michigan.
It says Jagannathnanaut.
That name is baller.
How about that for a name?
That is awesome.
And you have no idea what this word, like, you can read it, but you have...
but I have no idea what it means.
You have no idea if it's a name, if it's a descriptor, if it's like, you know, a model number, if it's a crafter signature, if it's some sort of magical like password or something. You have no real idea, but in common it would be pronounced Jagannathnanaut.
Nathan.
Hey, Jolene, have you ever seen this in here?
To
What?
you, Jolene, it just looks like a bunch of really angular like slashes and lines
Death
in
metal
weird
logo.
patterns. And yeah, basically like a death metal logo, but not quite as lightning-ish.
Mhm.
It's like jagged lines, and then there's ever so often there are like polyhedral figures mixed into the lines.
Well, yeah, that's always been there. Just like some, yeah. Why? Is it something? Do you know what it means?
I know what it means. It says Jagannathanaut.
Jagannathanaut.
Yeah, kind of a cool word.
Sounds baller, honestly.
Well, and it's just written here.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's basically engraved over where like from the inside it'd be at this spot right here, like right in the center of the bottom lip, for lack of a better word.
I'm gonna pop down there with her, and then I'm gonna walk over there and rub my fingers along it to see if it was casted that way or like chiseled in.
Ooh.
It has been I think I need a check for this, honestly. Let's go with a
Would it be dexterity because of your fingertips?
No, hush, not anything but that.
I think this is gonna be either a history or an investigation check.
Okay, those are the same for me. So
Pick one.
I'm seeing if I have any tools that would. No, I can make shoes. All right, well, here, I'll do a investigation.
Jules, I'd also like you to give me a let's call it I'm going to call it an unspecified tools check. I'm not going to tell you what tool, but you will get your proficiency bonus for this and add your intelligence or your intelligence bonus, Jules.
Intelligence, okay.
I have a dirty 20.
I'm gonna
13
reroll
plus
that
1.
with an advantage.
Sure.
Oh, okay. The future refused to change.
No, you have to roll again. We use the rule that if you reroll the same number, it doesn't count. So you just reroll.
For
future
player
chose to
advantage
change.
stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, I hate using advantage and getting the same number so badly. So now it doesn't always mean you're still gonna get better, but I can't
Okie
stand
dokie
getting the
dokies.
same thing. All right, so
A
you
doki always comes in handy.
used a play advantage.
Oh no, Baki, I'm so sorry that I dropped at the same time.
Okay.
I would-
So you got a dirty 20 and then you got an 18.
Yep.
So with the dirty 20, you can tell that this part of it, as best you can tell, it's not engraved into it. It was somehow either, as you perhaps thought, cast when it was first made, or when it was created or spawned, or however this thing was built, because again, you have no idea how it came to be in any way.
Right.
But it's so perfectly made in there that your suspicion is that some sort of whatever process was used to either grow or create or fabricate or whatever this thing was, that was part of it, that this either came to being inside of it when it was fully realized, or that like it doesn't look like it was added after the fact. Like this was not an afterthought. This was not a like, I've finished my creation, now I'm gonna put my name on it. This looks like it's something inherent to its very essence, if that makes sense.
Right. And not getting any magical voodoo from it at all?
No, like even if you like pop detect magic, like there's just nothing magic is on this thing anywhere. And you know that researchers have checked for these kind of things. Like whatever it is, it's not something you understand or can interact with in a way that has any effect based on your check right now. That said, Jules, as you're looking around,
Yep.
you see there are, like, it takes you a moment to really notice this. But as you're looking, you have been on some weird crafts. I'm sure that you've heard about the craziness that people are doing trying to make flying ships and things in this world. And as you're looking around, I think it's not what you do see that catches your eye. It's the things you don't see as you're in here. You don't see any sort of mounting points for like chairs or seats or control devices or anything. You don't see any sort of surface. You don't see anything in here that looks like it would be a control device. Like, even in something that operates fully magically, that you manipulate with magic, usually there are still like backup controls
Yeah.
if something goes wrong. You don't see anything like that inside of this head.
Weird.
So it doesn't feel like this was and I'll go ahead and reveal to you that the proficiency bonus you were using was your vehicle's proficiency. It doesn't feel like this was something somebody, like
Piloted.
a person piloted.
Yeah.
At least if it wasn't from this part.
It seems autonomous, as far as I can tell.
It does have the huge opening here that looks like a regular opening. Then it's got the like damaged cranial part that has formed its own opening, and then there are two of these other smaller openings here and here. And when you first were climbing on it, you probably also would have noticed that there is a spot where none of the moss reaches or grows to, and is just like pure black right underneath this largest opening, and it's like Vanta black. It's like no light
Absorbs all the light.
reflects.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's his beauty mark.
That's what people generally call it, honestly.
Weird.
It's
Think
either
it's
called
creepy.
it's either called his beauty mark or his teardrop.
He's been in jail.
Cool.
Not where I was going with that, but okay.
What? That means you've iced someone in prison if you got a teardrop.
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
I
Yes.
don't know. But since we're alone in the head, hey Jules.
Yeah?
We may have discovered more about this thing than anyone ever has. Isn't that pretty cool?
I think so. I like secrets.
Yeah. We can't tell any of the Goliaths about this.
No?
It's just for us, our team, okay?
Why?
Because then they might think that there's something more, and who knows what they're gonna do to the lake.
Ah,
Trying to
Gotcha.
get this guy out, or that's Lily's family. We've lived here for generations,
yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So
Don't worry.
we'll keep.
I can have discretion.
Okay. So we're just gonna have good old.
Hey everybody!
Hey, his name is fucking Janaganagatot. Be like fucking crazy again.
It's gonna be like when an archaeologist, find like a fossil or something, and then everything is like, well, the whole area is closed off. No one can use it anymore, and
There goes the neighborhood.
yep.
And the archaeologists already had sort of like taken over the Adercast Chapel as well, which you guys sort of heard about, and you also heard they all got murdered. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Like-
kind of forgot that little tidbit from.
Yeah, they got murdered by the giants.
Yeah.
Sure, it's fine.
I told you they still have like the bodies stacked outside because they haven't been able to bury them yet.
Not our problem. We're just visiting.
Yep.
Just
that's how you
enjoying
wanna
the
play
hot
it.
spring.
Yeah, if that's how you want to play it.
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Jules.
All right, time to go to the
Better.
dang library and see if we can find that name anywhere.
considering we're in close proximity right here,
Yeah?
you ever think about, I don't know, show me how to use one of those guns?
Why?
Because I think shooting stuff is cool.
Never had an interest in that before, have you?
No. I'm just trying to find a way to get on a common ground with you.
Ah,
Abaddon. Bonk.
hmm.
So, anyway, we should probably get out of here.
The most awkward moment. Yeah, no, Juke never got out of the water. She was like, I ain't climbing into that thing. Do you have any idea how long it would take me to get the fuck out of there? And I'm like, not to mention I'm naked. So I'm like, how fucking awkward would that be if I actually needed help to get out of there?
With your hooves.
With my hooves, exactly. It's
Well-
like, no, fuck that. I'm out.
Your
Let
lower
me
half's
remi-
just doing the horse swim.
Well, and let me remind you, you have the ability to fly.
I know. But
So-
am I wearing my shoes?
You're naked.
oh no.
so-
Exactly. So no,
You
I
don't.
could not. Do I have my instrument in the water with me? No, I do not.
Oh, so that means we could take care of you right now. and
Yeah,
no
you
one
could
will
if you
right
wanted
now.
to, but you ain't like that.
Fire. No.
Hey, Jolene, before you go.
Yeah?
Um,
That's too close.
yeah. I'm gonna step back a little. You're a lot of woman.
What'd you say?
You heard her.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear.
I said, well, you're a little too close. You're a lot of woman.
Oh, yes. I get that a
Uh,
lot.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You ran away
Yeah.
from home, right? You
Me?
left
Yeah,
Yeah.
I left. Yeah.
and got away from all that. You know, all your obligations and the pressure and everything.
Yeah?
How did it feel?
Like
like
to get out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I quote unquote ran away. I just didn't have a home here anymore. Yeah, when my folks passed away, my mentor kind of raised me up, and then she's not with us anymore either. So after she passed, I just kind of dusted my sandals off, you know. But it felt good to get to a town that, you know, had music and dancing. Dusted my stripper heels off. She didn't have stripper heels back then.
If
Anyways.
they were still alive,
Hydrate.
if they were still here, would you have stayed?
I don't know. I figured I would stay with my master forever. Or mentor, but
Mm-hmm.
not for parents though. I mean, we're kind of made to go out and live our own lives, and what she kind of like gestures back to the town in a general direction. Most people here end up becoming their mom or their dad. They do exactly. My mom made shoes, so I make shoes. My dad builds bridges, so I build bridges. And that's pretty much what everyone does. You just kind of... And well, like I said, my parents didn't really have any talent. So they were mostly just, you know, the lower class citizens of the area.
I see.
Yeah, but it did. What? To be honest with you, what feels really good is for people to recognize me, for people to like see how powerful I am. Because when you grow up and you're just some little shit stain that you're from parents that can't sell a single good, And now look at me. I met fucking Tasha. I saved a fucking archfey of the Feywild. None of these fucking hillbillies or none of these jerks out here can do anything like that. Not only have I've surpassed everybody here. Everyone that would
Yeah.
make fun of me and make fun of my parents right in front of my face. But, you know, they never let that get them down. They were still lively folks. They were quite old when they had me, so I was kind of like a miracle birth. Quite old, you know, but
Yeah. Well. All right.
why did you run away? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know.
Well, you're
I don't think I've decided yet.
well, you're a grown person, so you make your own decisions doing what you want to do.
I just look over to Jean. They've been in there for quite a while.
Starts rocking.
You hear a banging noise.
John's just kind of dozing on the moss with his feet in the water.
Oh, sorry, I
Oi!
stubbed
Did you
my toe.
fall in?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, sorry. We found something interesting in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Take your
very
time.
interesting.
Just been too quiet.
We should go.
Yeah, they're probably think we're smooching or something.
Oh yeah, we couldn't have that.
I mean, we could smooch. I mean, that'd be crazy, right?
Unless
She just shakes her head and leaves.
I'll get you one of these days.
Haha, JK, unless.
Jolene's like, man, that usually works.
She shakes her head, but there's a smile.
So crawl out. Hey, this guy does have a name.
oh, what is it?
It's Jaganaga.
Not.
She just points to Jules.
Jagananoth?
Jag,
Not?
Jagannath Nanot.
Jagannathanaut.
Gesundheit.
Jaganinant?
Gigante?
Yeah.
And who get Jeffnart?
I'm assuming we've
Jagannath.
never heard that name in our lives, right?
I don't even know if
No,
it's a
you're not
name.
even sure it's a name.
That's just a bunch of letters thrown together.
Yep,
That's why
that's
I said,
Scrabble.
bless you.
That's
Wait,
like a
that's-
40-word tile right there for Scrabble.
That's like, wait, all names are just letters thrown together. Oh my
Holy
god.
shit. We all just kind of float off into existence now.
Jean's first time trying weed.
Yeah.
Oh, Jean would probably not have a good experience with weed.
What,
He-
you know
he-
he's gonna
he-
see
he-
giant bloody unicorns or something?
No, he'd be one of those people that gets like so anxious and starts having like a worry, anxiety breakdown or something. Am I doing this right? Why isn't it working? Oh god.
What if the roof falls on us?
My hands could touch everything but themselves.
I'm anxious, but now I'm melting into the couch.
Is this weed or is this acid?
Both. I'll also like help
And
Jules out.
more.
Come here, Jules. Come on, let's get out, girl.
Oh my god.
Jules just
Whoa.
gives Jean a Jeffrey.
Oh,
Oh
god.
no.
When the world
a
sends
what?
you a Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Stroke the very
There's a little bit of everything in it. You know, some coke, some meth, some heroin, a little bit of
Jesus.
ecstasy,
Oh yeah.
some
Jeffrey.
LSD, acid.
He's everyone's
Why,
friend.
why would you call it a Jeffrey? Because nobody's scared of Jeffrey. He's everyone's friend. Nobody would take it if you tell them what's in it.
Alright. I'll let you help me out.
Oh, and I take my time too. Ooh, do you moisturize? Your skin's so smooth.
I just got out of the lake.
Yeah, fuck it.
Jolene is so flustered that the Riz is not working.
This is insane.
It's
I
great.
swear this doesn't happen to me very often. Oh, Jean.
I gotta go for an easy mark, boost my confidence back up.
I gotta get a rebound. Gotta get a rebound.
I need easy prey. John, she stalks over there, tiptoes across the bridge. John.
Jolene,
So-
what the hell are you doing?
Jules, as you climb out of this giant opening, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God, hang on.
Oh,
Hang
dear.
on a sec.
What have you done now? You reading shit fucks us up.
No, they want to be
No.
evil with their dice. They're making everyone roll dice.
Con save.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Okay, good. It's good.
Oh, okay. I'll climb on out. I'll fly back into the water.
Yeah, you climb out. You have to like grip the edge of this protrusion with your bare hand
No!
as you
Oh, grip it.
climb out to go back into the water.
Is it a rusty protrusion?
No, the
Oh,
the
yeah,
metal
not
can't.
rusty.
The metal can't rust.
Oh, okay, great. No tetanus here.
I didn't like you kind of said it like sultry.
What did
Sarah.
I?
No. Stella did.
Oh.
What?
A rusty protrusion.
Is it a rusty protrusion?
Oh, baby, it can be. Enough time and effort.
All right, that's enough for stream. Let's talk about this rusty protrusion.
Oh, and that
baby.
hot lockjaw.
Oh God.
Maybe we can do like, I don't know, some where you put a diode on it and you put
Let's
it in
talk
the
about
water.
other.
and it
Let's talk
rusts
about other oxidative processes.
Ah. Have you seen oxidated copper in Minecraft? Dude, it's a beautiful block. It's a
So yeah,
perfect
y'all are all able to enjoy this peaceful evening.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Jolene.
Here's Jean. You want a back rub, buddy?
Jean like bolts up to sitting upright and like looks over at Juke. Wait,
Don't look at me. What? I'm not. What?
what name did you say? Because that's not the name they said that thing was called.
No. Javits.
Who is
Pretty sure that was the name. That...
I will say that to Jean and Jolene, this name also seems weirdly familiar.
Jean kind of gets like a 1,000-yard stare.
Jagannathanaut is familiar.
No, Javits.
Javits.
Jean looks over at Jolene, but like has a much more serious face on.
Mm-hmm.
Javits, is that? Do you think that's them?
Jules,
Yeah.
the word Jabbits mean anything to you?
Doesn't mean anything to me, Tim.
No. Nothing comes to mind at first.
I had a friend when I was like really little that was named Jarvis.
As
Is it
you
a
say
convention
that,
center somewhere?
as you say
named
that though,
Mhm.
like Javits, something. There is like it's one of those maddening things. You're like, wait, I swear I've heard this name before, but I, for the life of me, can't figure out when or where.
Man, I
Wait,
haven't the
you-
slightest.
Wait, did you get something? Do you think you remember it?
I feel like it's something. I just can't remember what. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
Tip of the
Almost.
tongue.
Do you ever have that? You know, like you're trying to remember something and it's like right there and you're almost gonna get it, but it's just right out of reach.
Yeah, believe me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not like how I feel about our fifth member, is it?
Well,
It is.
Hmm.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
that's what we're thinking.
Jean leaps up, grabs Jolene by the arms, goes, "Wait, the fifth member, Javits!"
What? Jeez. Ow. Get. Oh, that's
And
Jolene,
then
never mind.
leaps
Okay.
leaps into the water and starts swimming back to the cottage.
Why the fuck are you swimming back to the cottage? That
I need to write this
realization.
down.
Is it okay?
I'm not
Dripping
gonna
wet,
forget that. I
sprints
literally just
inside.
said it like
You're
5
not gonna
times.
forget what? No.
No.
Just dripping water just runs into his room, just start writing it down. I can't forget
Well-
the name.
Huh.
If I have it
You're
written
able
down.
You're able to write it down. As you write it down, give me an intelligence saving throw.
I mean, can't you intentionally fail it?
You could.
You don't know if it's good or bad.
That's true.
16.
John's just dead
Okay.
in the bedroom upstairs.
Do
We're
you,
like, oh.
are you satisfied with that, or do you want to choose to fail?
Jean. Okay. Out of character, remembering what Thaddeus said about basically pulling on Morpheus and freeing your mind, he'd be able to piece together that this was a situation in which, because they didn't have to worry
right.
about anything for the immediate future, that they just got to relax and not think about anything. John's gonna think for a second, and he's gonna sit down on the floor in kind of like a prayer or like a meditative pose, and he's going to fail intentionally the intelligence saving throw.
Okay. As you do, images
Lightning.
flash through your mind for a moment. And you keep seeing a figure. You never see a face. You are able to see this. It's like a silhouette. You can feel what's happening. Like the person is looking at you. You can feel that they're smiling at you, even though the face is just like Vanta Black. Like there's no. It's a shadow.
It's
But-
almost like there's a super strong light source behind them that I can make out the structure of what they're wearing. It's just the face is just complete.
You
darkness.
make out this like short hairstyle, a long other like cut short but a long braid on one side. You see something up over their back in this like silhouette view. It's hard to tell what, but behind their back you see what can only be like the silhouette of a quiver of arrows. And as soon as your brain makes that connection, you take 37 psychic damage.
Oh, jeez.
So he is dead.
As it hits you, and
Bye, Sean.
this is not from you remembering. Instead, this psychic damage you feel is from something that has been creeping, attached, sneaking inside of you almost. That has been like a little something that is not in this plane of existence, but has been hitching a ride on you. As soon as it does, I need Jules, Jolene, and Juke to all make wisdom saving throws.
Done.
Jules,
Yeah,
you
we all
have
got
advantage on this for a reason you do not know.
Oh boy, player advantage.
Okay.
All right, 18.
Wisdom. I
Yes.
have a 14.
Okay, so I have a 15, a 14. And
18
Juke,
from me.
18, 14.
Wisdom?
And yeah, wisdom.
16. I kind of want to use another advantage to see if I can't get it higher, but I don't know if I can.
I think you're. I don't think. Well, what did you roll on the die?
16. I don't have a
Oh.
bonus to. I don't have a
No,
bonus.
you.
I'm gonna leave it.
Roll it. You all feel something. Jules especially feels it. You're still up on the head, right?
Yep.
So, Jules, you feel it. Juke, you see a little, like a single dark shape start floating up from the torso of the defender, and you see it's like a little bubble of this Vanta black stuff. And as soon as it touches the surface and pops, darkness, blackness. You all make the saves and don't take any damage, but you all fall unconscious immediately.
I'm in the water.
You are partially in the water. You're not swimming. You're like resting on the defender.
Okay.
Jean,
But your feet are
As
going to be
you-
so pruny.
as you feel this, Jean, there is a sudden, you are flung across the room and just like pinned off your feet about 3 feet up the wall, and you are just held in place like by an invisible fist. You are not knocked unconscious, and you feel as if something is being pried off of you, and you hear this unholy like shriek of something, and then it's silenced, and then you just like drop to the floor. You
Like-
are conscious, but it was like you got picked up by something 10 times your size, held in place like something was pinched off of you, and then you were just let go.
Like the sensation of when something like rips a tick off of you, kind
Yeah.
of. Ooh.
Yeah.
Jean is like face forward on the ground, just like blood like dripping out of his nose, just because that was a lot of psychic damage.
Still
And-
naked too.
And the whole house,
He was wearing
you
clothes.
feel like a sort of
Oh,
like a
that's right.
thrum, almost like an earthquake tremor, as everything in the house sort of like vibrates and settles, and like little motes of dust fall from every surface. And you hear Guthrie's voice as like the lights come on over there, and moments later you hear splashing in the water.
Playing like
Yeah, John, you're the only one who hears this because you're the only one conscious.
John will. Are there like any windows on this wall?
Yeah, there's a window over there. So you see that Guthrie
Ugh.
has like jumped
Ugh.
into the lake
Ugh.
and is swimming over to everyone else.
John like pulls himself up to like peer out the window.
So Guthrie comes over and he like clambers up, gets Jules first. As he picks you up, Jules, like he like slaps your face a few times, you start to come to, but you're drowsy and confused and you don't know what happened.
5 more minutes.
Guthrie then like does the same, like pats Jolene's cheek a few times to wake her up, and then does the same to Juke. Owlsby is sitting on Jolene's head.
Oh, thank God. 16 gold would have been gone right there.
Dead. No.
Ah!
Guthrie then is like, y'all all right? You need some help out here?
What
He is
happened?
wearing just like a pair of shorts that are soaked through because he jumped in the lake to come over.
What was it faster for him to swim through the lake than to just run around the side?
Much faster.
Dang, he's got fast swim speed.
The man
Yes.
takes one stroke and he's like
He's
halfway across
halfway.
the lake.
You look
He, like,
around.
just
Shaq,
jumped
he's
off-
Michael
he-
Phelps too.
Yeah, he jumped off of here and just like was halfway to you already.
Did he like sense something was wrong? What happened there?
Well, there was that tremor thing that like shook the houses.
Oh yeah.
And so he
Yeah.
like the light turned on, he looked out and saw that y'all looked out and was like, well, I don't know what this is, but I better go check.
Jolene looks around. Fuck. Owlsby. Go check on Jean. The timing is too good. So Owlsby will. Quack!
Owlsby flies in the window straight into John's face.
Oh
Ah!
yeah,
fucking
because he's
mouth.
at the window
Ah.
looking.
Bat! There's blood all over Owlsby now.
Well, that's why he's red, so you can't really see it.
Owlsby wore the red feathers.
Oh, look, Jean's bleeding.
Uh,
Something. Oh,
So-
shit.
So yeah,
Oh,
Guthrie
shit.
Guthrie sees the chiller all right. Bear comes out, and Bear has a bunch of like bathrobes, and it's like,
oh, I guess I gotta swim over
Yeah.
for it.
and it's like gesturing to y'all. And Guthrie says, "Y'all okay? You need a little help getting back, or?" He's mostly like, you see, he's like looking at your heads to make sure there's not like head damage or something.
I was already laying down. I just passed the F out.
Yeah, he's just concerned because all three of you are unconscious out here.
We need to check on our friend Jean. I think he's hurt.
All right, well, yeah, let's go then. He goes ahead. If nobody says they need
Should
help
I be
swimming back
good to
across,
swim? I have no
he just
idea.
goes. If you want help, he'll help you, but he's not gonna insist upon it either. Bear hands him a bedsheet-sized bathrobe. He pulls it on. She has one for each of you. Juke, she just lays like this giant like terry cloth blanket over you.
Thank you. I'm gonna prestidigitate my hair. I was like, God, that was too much moisture for my hair.
Yeah, I'll magic myself dry as well.
She heads back inside. Jean,
Jean.
that you can't pull anything else from that memory, but the quiver of arrows is starkly still there.
Prestidigitate Jules. Let's go.
No, I'm
When-
good. Oh,
When
She's
Jolene
gonna be
comes
in
out, onto the bridge, Jean is like having to support himself on the side of the wall, like barely looks like he's standing, blood pouring out of his nose, but he has the biggest smile on his face. Jolene, I remembered
But-
something else.
Yeah?
I remembered the haircut and a quiver full of arrows.
Quiver full of arrows.
Jarvis.
As Jean says this, Jolene and Juke, you have like a flash of like somebody hideously backlit, and it's that close cropped hair but with a long braid on one side and a quiver of arrows that basically rests above, like right at their level of their hips, like the sideways kind of quiver.
Yeah.
Jules, on your check, as you're possibly about to head in, you sense movement for a second, and you like quickly turn around and look over at the defender, but all you see are the same moths and bats flitting and fluttering about, and it appears to still be in the exact same position it has always been in.
is the vibe right now ominous or a remnant of the comfy?
That's
It-
a good
It
question.
honestly feels like you are just wrapped in a blanket, like spiritually.
Okay. I'll give him a little wave before we go inside. Good night.
There's no response, but as you wave to the defender and say goodnight, you see several bats all like in a row, like fly into one of the holes and head inside of its head. And you see for a moment as you watch over it and look at it, just how many things now call this thing's body home. All these creatures, all the people who live and visit up here, this home in the hot springs. and there's something about that that sticks with you. And that's all for tonight's session. As Guthrie and Bear head back upstairs, go back to their bedroom, after making sure that you're all okay, they get you a cloth for your nose, John, when they head back up.
I'm gonna hold him by the face, like I'm gonna get both my hands, take up his entire head, and I'll second level cure wounds him.
Very nice.
No.
8.
I'll take it.
And as you all sort of settle in for the night, I presume.
Guys, I don't want to sleep. Let's all sleep together tonight.
Actually, DM?
Yeah?
Can I sleep in the lake?
In the lake?
Yeah, I can breathe
Like
on the water.
in the
so-
water?
It seems
Sure.
cozy.
Where would you like to sleep?
Like right by the thing.
Sure.
Be careful, that's where I got stuck.
As you all
No
go to
big.
sleep for the evening, Jean, you don't have any sort of nightmares or dreams. Same for you, Jolene and Juke. But Jules, you have a dream as you're sleeping here underwater that you're floating somewhere else, that it's not a place you recognize. It's not a reality you recognize. Like, this doesn't feel like any plane or any place you've ever even heard of. But there's something there, and you don't hear it as words, but you feel it as more of a sentiment. And it's the sentiment of gratitude. And do you have any response to this feeling of graciousness given to you as you sort of float in this strange space in your dream?
Just welcoming the feeling and contented.
And with that, you all get the benefits of a long rest, and you also will start our next session with 10 temporary hit points.
Great.
Ooh.
Level 9. Wait.
Wait a
Level
second.
8.
That's quite a jump there. There will be a chance to get to level 8 next session. We'll see.
We gotta fight
What you
no
guys
matter
do.
what. We gotta kill some.
That's not
You
You
necessarily.
don't get XP always from just fighting. You can get XP
That
just
said,
from
thank you
roleplaying.
everybody for joining us tonight. And I hope that you all feel welcome and cared for. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night, everybody.
Good night.
Get outta
and
here.
Tomorrow,
All of you.
tomorrow morning, I will be having a paper theater stream. I think we're finishing up the Anya Paper Theater Ball. And then tomorrow evening, Z-Ray is going to be very kind and teach me how the heck to do ocean fishing in Final Fantasy XIV. I have absolutely never done it whatsoever. I am a level like 91, 92 fisher, and I've never actually fished. So yeah, I haven't done any ocean fishing. I haven't done any fish collectibles either. So these are things I'm gonna have to learn. I don't think Z-Ray noticed at all this entire evening that he's been wearing a mentor crown as
Oh, I
a
noticed.
Burger King crown.
I noticed.
But we will get a properly sized mentor crown for tomorrow. And then Friday, I will be working on a new Lego set. Now, what Lego set? I don't know, because I'm really tempted to start like a bigger set, like trying to do the D&D set. But I'm about to be out of town again for another week, so I'm kind of leaning towards a small set and then starting a big set once I get back, because August onwards, there is nothing going on. I will be here. The schedule will be solid, and we'll be doing regular like gaming streams. Got to get back to these retro games and all that stuff. There's still that particular Final Fantasy I need to get back into. Yeah, where we should be seeing more. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I think we're gonna go ahead and raid over to Tetsuo because I tried to find a D&D stream. All of them have been going for like 4 hours, and I don't want to raid into something that's going to immediately get finished. So I think it is a good idea to go say hello to Tetsuo. That is fine. And let's go ahead and do the... Wait, no, don't do that. Roll initiative. You're being raided. That's what it is. I think it's raid 3. What is it? There we go. That one. All right. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Take care.
Bye bye, everybody.
See ya, jerks.